Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning. I got a question. Did I miss something? Man, I have some weird ass fucking dreams. Really did. Weird. Just fucking weird. Anyway, Fazio comes back from the dead and speaks his mind. Yeah. Was he a true prophet after all? I don't know. Well, anyway, good morning. What a chilly morning. I think I woke the lady up last night and decided to put a pillow underneath my my hip because I lay on my belly, but somehow it made me lopsided. I wound up tossing and turning onto her. It was kind of weird. That wasn't a dream. That was real. I tried a different position. Well, not that kind of position, you know. So I did wake up briefly. So I'm trying to figure out how many hours I got sleep last night. Oh, anyway, just kind of jabbering to myself here for a second. Had some weird dreams, though, that's for sure. All right, so what am I missing? I must be missing something. Somebody who wrote a comment on Mr. Sid. Said, you were right, the wedding's off or something. What's with that? Well, I mean, there was never going to be a wedding, but did something transpire while I was sleeping? I'm not in the know all the time. I don't sit up all night waiting for somebody to put a show on. Apparently, he must have put a show on and took it off or something. I don't know. 7 hours ago, I think it was. So what am I missing? What was he yapping about this time? I'm not up 24 hours a day trying to see if he puts a show on. He's always unhappy about something. Something. What is he crying about now? Do tell. Ay, ay, ay. I think I need a lot more sleep than I get. It's either too cold in the room, I turned the air conditioner off. I didn't put it on last night. What's that song? I didn't sleep at all last night. Tossing and turning. Well, I did last night. Decided to put a pillow. See, I'm a kind of sleeper. I like to lay on my belly, head to the side. I'm of the rare 7% that do that. And this time I read, well, if you're going to sleep that position, put a pillow underneath your hips. Well, I did. But that kind of counterbalanced me or something. I wound up turning over onto her and woke her up. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Okay, so what's new and different? If there's anything that's new and different on here. I really don't have a whole shitload to talk about. I did a show last night before I went to bed. I know that. Kind of laid it out where things were. Certain things I just don't hold back. No, 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 no. I tell it like it is. Now, suppose I let you do your own show here. I don't feel like doing a monologue this morning. Nah. Actually got up. And you can hear I'm still yawning. Got to make that proverbial, well, it's not proverbial, that cup of tea. Well, Fazio was right. He had a message from the grave. He said to Barry, you're dealing with the most tenacious person on YouTube. Fazio speaks from the dead. It's amazing how I found that. It's almost like it was meant to find that video. Because I don't listen to Fazio's clips or any of his shows really certainly after he died. Still got his stuff up there. How long does YouTube allow you to keep your show on? Let's say you've been dead for 10 years. You still going to have a YouTube show on there? You're still going to be collecting any revenue, if any? I was wondering about that. Or if there's been no activity, I think YouTube will automatically, correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube automatically take your show down or something if there's like no activity. Just curious about that. Praise Yah, Hika, Amen, who more, Nation Grand, okay. Rising Karma, rest in peace. Praise Jah. Who's Jah? Jah Ase Hika. Amen. Eho More Nation. I don't know. Can't understand the language. Okay. Now it's that time again. Praise everything, folks. Praise everything. If you got something to praise it. That's what I say. Pardon me again. Gotta heat up my tea. Oh, such a routine, huh? All right, so what's the new rumor here? Did Barry put a show on and call off the wedding or something? I don't know. Somebody wrote me something about that. Now, would that be a surprise to me if that was so? No, of course not going to be a surprise to me. Never thought there was going to really be one. So what's with that? I must have missed something. I don't stay up late at night to wait for Barry's shows to go on, contrary to what anybody might believe. I go to bed when I have to go to bed. Unlike some trolls on here, I don't have bells ringing in every room, and somebody I'm interested in puts on a show and the bells will go off even in the bathroom. They're notified at every minute, every second when their favorite person does a YouTube show. I'm not in the know, as they say, all the time. And if it's something I miss, somebody usually writes me or something. It's usually somebody. Whether I want to hear it or not, or know it or not, somebody always writes me or something. Joseph. Why did somebody make a comment on my show left me a comment somewhere that I was right about something, or you called it something to do with Barry's marriage or something, or pending marriage or something. I don't know. As I said, I'm not in the know all the time. I ain't got my ears and eyes to whatever on YouTube every second of the day. You banned my other name. Oh, wait. Let me read this. Okay. All right. Losing his phone, guards tried to take his stuff, but allegedly backed down after he threatened to fight them. An email campaign. Let's see, whoops, sorry, I missed it. An email campaign to the president yelling about you and Ricky, huh? All right, wait. Doctor, someone from the jail personally visited him and he said no to the wedding because of all the problems he made. Is that what's going on? Oh, God. You know, with his kind of behavior, how does he expect to accomplish things? I mean, he's created so much of a ruckus to immigration and everything. He was a lucky man to be able to still have his, his phone and everything. And look, I don't pretend to know everything. What I don't know, people tell me. It's not like I'm even looking for information sometimes. I mean, it just kind of comes to me, It's one of those situations. So let me stir my tea. Let me get this straight and read the comment again here. Okay. All right, so let's see. Someone from the jail itself, right, personally visited him and said no to why did Barry put on a show overnight or something I wasn't aware of? Like I said, I'm not, I go to bed at night. I'm not, I have no way of recording what goes on overnight if I'm asleep and if somebody takes their show. Did he put a show on and take it down, or, like where exactly did this information come from? Did he come on and say something? Because I'm a little bit... Okay, Dr. Evil. He said today he gets 2 hours of phone time, but a prison guard has to watch him the whole time to make sure he's not on YouTube. He was on for a few hours last night. Okay, he said today he gets 2 hours phone time, but a prison guard has to... No one's watching him the whole time to make sure he's not on YouTube. What's the only time he's on? He's on YouTube all the time. How is he putting these shows on if there's a guard watching him when he's going to use his phone? That don't make any sense. What is it? Okay, so let's go back here. Percy visited him and said no. Okay, someone from the jail, you mean the guard at the facility? Anyway, someone from the jail personally visited him. Well, they're right there. I mean, they personally visited him and said no to the wedding because of all the problems he's made. So in other words, he fucked himself over again. Really? I need to hear more on this, really. Regurgitate a few more syllables, folks. So he was on overnight. I go to bed about 10 o'clock, so did he put a show on after 10 p.m. last night, Philippines time? What was he yapping about this time besides that? No, I go to bed about 10 o'clock. That's it. If he puts a show on, I don't see it. And if he takes it down, obviously I won't see it either. Dr. Evil. All right, what name are you hiding under? Okay. Dr. Evil. All right, let me review these comments again. Okay, starts off, Dr. Evil says, losing his phone. The guards tried to take his stuff, but allegedly backed down after he threatened to fight them? An email campaign to the president about you and Ricky. He was doing an email campaign to the president of the country? What? Yelling about you and Ricky? What? Joseph, is he on YouTube claiming the guards are watching him, making sure he's not on YouTube? All right. He was on YouTube claiming the guards are watching him, making sure he's not on YouTube. But he gets on YouTube. He's not watching it all the time. I know he leaves posts on his show sometimes. The most recent thing about lies, showing a picture of some girl with her middle finger up. He was on at some point doing that. He's not only fighting me, he's fighting the whole system. And as in Fazio's famous words, how's that working out for you so far? And those are my words, too. That's my point, Frank. He's all bullshit. Guards ain't watching him. So what's bullshit that's been said so far? I'm looking at whatever people are writing me and what's bullshit and what's fact. What's fact and what's fiction? Did you hear the show I did before I went to bed last night? No, I was serious, man, let me tell you. I was serious. There's nothing good that's going to come out of any of this. And unfortunately about that old saying, he opened up a can of worms. He sure did. It's not going to work out for a few people. I'll tell you that. All right, so we established that he was on last night. I'm sure it was after 10 p.m. my time in the Philippines because I went to bed at 10 p.m. All right, I think we established that had to be after 10 p.m. He put a show on. Now, in the show, what is this about the marriage thing now? Is he now saying that? Is he now saying that he can't have a wedding? Did he say that himself? Or that excuse that he used because he was really never going to get married, was able to? Which is it, Okay, Joseph says the fact that he's on YouTube telling us that the guards are supposedly watching him, making sure he's not on. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. I don't know. I never encountered somebody who's such a chronic liar like that. Everybody says a little white lie here and there, maybe an out-and-out lie every now and again, but to do that all your life and do it so consistently, I mean, that's just always amazes me. Okay, Dr. Evil says, he invited me to the jail for a fight. Invited Ricky, he must be pissed off mood, and lately it's getting worse, isn't it? Invited Ricky to the jail for a fight, repeating the same thing that got him into a situation. Yeah, that sounds about right. contradicting himself every few minutes, the usual stuff. So in other words, I didn't miss anything that I haven't seen before, or rather heard before, is what you're trying to sell me. The usual stuff, right? The usual stuff. Like, you probably think I'm always joking when I say that I think the guy lost his mind. Maybe you think that's just an insult to him. No, it's not. It's not. He actually has lost his mind. Literally, this is not figuratively. Literally lost his mind. He created a big mess. And a big mess goes all the way around. I mean, the fact is, I talked about it last night, And excuse the expression, but I was very frank about it. He shouldn't have involved his girlfriend on this. He created complications that are going to be felt by both him and his girlfriend. It's going to happen, trust me. It's going to happen. And even my lawyers, they realize how evil this guy is. I'm not going to put words in their mouth, but I know they don't like him. It has nothing to do with the money that I pay them for their services. It's nothing to do with that. And my lawyers are not lying for me either. And Barry's thinking, oh yeah, you pay them money. They'll say whatever you want them to say. Now, you see, lawyers don't want to cast themselves in no lies that can be proven as a lie either. They have a reputation to behold, too. You got to think about that. The lawyer has to present the facts, because the facts could turn on you if it's not true. It could turn on them. They can only say what they know and provide your defense and do the best job that they can. But when you're not in good, cahoots with your own lawyer, I mean, things don't work out very well in the end. They're there to defend you. Yeah, they're making money off you. Of course they are. That's their job. If you're a baker and you're selling bread, you want to get paid for the bread that you bake. I mean, that's just the way it is, whatever profession you're in. My lawyers don't owe me anything, and I realize that. They don't owe me anything. I mean, my lawyer came back to me and said, oh, I still have an outstanding of 1,000 pesos for something that was filed. I said, okay. Went to GCash, we paid it. Always paid our bills. You got to keep on good terms with your lawyer. Pay them what their fees are. They do their job. It's a service. It's not a personal relationship with you and your lawyer, unless, you develop a personal relationship with them, but it's a business. It's a business, and that's what it is. So Barry was running his mouth again, invited me to jail for a fight. Yeah, I'm going to run to the jailhouse and get into a fight with him and wind up in there myself. I mean, come on. He really has lost his monkey-ass mind, didn't he? Jeez, I'm telling you, man. I just don't see how he's helping himself in any way. He's not. Is he even conscious of this? Does he understand what's going on? So in other words, just like I predicted, there ain't no marriage. There probably never was. So what is it? He's using an excuse? Or did his girlfriend want to bail out from this? There's so many backstories, you're not knowing everything. So you're claiming, see on this 22nd, right? There's going to be a marriage or there ain't going to be a marriage. I don't care either way, but we'll see. Or was he just using all this stuff with immigration as an excuse? Oh, now I can't get married. Too bad. Oh, well, I told you guys I was going to get married. But with all the ruckus going on, they're not going to allow me to get married. Yeah, like I really 100% thought that he was going to get married at all. No, I didn't. Joseph, you banned my other name. Joseph, who's your other name? Joseph. What is your other name, Joseph? AIG? No, AIG was supposed to be Anthony. Splain, said Ricky to Lucy. Splain. So he invited me to a jail fight. That's like going to a gunfight with a knife. Something like that. No, he's a lucky guy, believe me. He don't know how lucky he is. I won't go any further than what I mean by that. He's a lucky man. Let's just put it that way. He's just a lucky man. Well, he's unlucky in life and everything else. Unlucky in life, unlucky in love. But he's a lucky man in his own rights, and I think he understands what I mean about that. And I think you understand exactly what I mean about that without having any words. Words don't come easy for me. Okay, what else did he talk about in his show? Oh, okay, it was the usual rhetoric, same shit. Come see me here. Hey, you too, Ricky. Anybody else is averse to me. Come and see me at the jail. Let me tell you something. Somebody came to the jail to see him other than Brevis. He'd be yelling for the guards to put the padlock on his gate, on his jail cell door. Well, he thinks that he's, because he gained weight now, he's a big tough guy. No, he's just a big fat guy. Well, small body with a lot of fat. Yeah, see me now. I'd be quite an adversary now that I gained weight. Well, like I said, when you're 5'2" and you weigh 175 pounds, your BMI is off the, it's off the top. And it's fat, it's not muscle. Muscle mouth. Muscle mouth, yeah. That's a good one for him too, muscle mouth. In fact, speaking of no teeth, that's sort of horrible. What are these feeds I get on YouTube? I don't these things always talk about animals and trouble. It's sick people in the world, man. It's just really sick. They're making fun of this dog. Was it the owner's dog? For some reason, the dog had no teeth. They had fell out or something. And they were teasing the dog. The dog was barking at him, and he tried to take a bite. That wouldn't work. He had no teeth. And it reminded me of Barry. No, I'm serious. It's on a Facebook feed. And I thought it was kind of rude about if I was the owner of the dog to do that, like he's making fun of the dog and his friends were laughing at the dog because they were teasing the dog. And the dog wanted to go bite him, but he had no teeth. He was growling, but he had no teeth and, probably had diseased gums or something like Barry did and didn't have any teeth. He still had the growl and the snarl, but he was not going to be, without those teeth, was not going to be, anything to worry about. It's kind of the same comparison to him. The dog had no teeth to defend itself, and Barry has no fucking balls. I'll keep the flow going here, folks. I can't waste too much oxygen. I'm getting old, remember? Pardon me while I get up. I have to use my cane. What the fuck's with Ricky? He can't even pay for a date these days. What the hell's going on with him? He can't even find a date to pay for. That's why sometimes it's nice just to sit back and listen to the nonsense. It all works out. It all comes out in a wash. When it comes to the point that Ricky can't even pay for a date, something's wrong. And of all places, he's in Angeles City. and he can't find a pay-for date in Angeles City? Man, damn. I think everything is just coming to a head with some of these YouTubers. That's the vibe I'm getting lately. Everything is just coming to a head. It's getting to the point that even the copycat channels can't really think of anything creative to say anymore either. In the words of Michael Fazio, the prophet, what was the terminology he used again? In other words, he's telling Barry that you picked the wrong person to fuck around with on YouTube. What Fozzie was trying to say. Oh, it was that I have the tenacity, that he picked the wrong person to fuck with, that I have this tenacity not for anyone to deal with. Well, that would be true of my tenacity, that's for sure. I'll admit that. That I do have tenacity. That's why I'm still on YouTube. After all these years, still crazy after all these years. You know, define crazy, really. What's normal for one person might be crazy to another, but some things are just outright fucking crazy. Like the guy behind bars, that's just downright fucking crazy. So he's buried himself with immigration. I'm sure immigration is just not very happy with him on the higher scale of it, not the guards. They just want him out of there, I'm sure. Almost 22 months of dealing with him. God, they probably can't wait for the day to come that they just transfer him out of there to prison or something. Or whatever they do with him, just to get rid of him. Don't matter. Just get him out of there. Jesus Christ. I can imagine. That's like living with a roommate that you just can't stand. You don't want to live with them anymore. But you're forced to live with them for whatever reason, you know. I think that's what the guards are going through. He thinks everybody is his buddy. I'm a social guy, he says. Yeah, socially inept, socially maladjusted, sociopath. Whatever you think. Whatever he demonstrates. Just rely on demonstration. Then you can say anything you want. If they demonstrate themselves to be a psychopath, sociopath, or something, then that's, if it's a consensus of opinion in social media, then that's what it is. By the person's own demonstration. Come on, don't bore me here. It's tea time. A little dialogue here so I don't get bored. Oh, Alice, she's acting up this morning. Oh, no shit. That would be incredible if it didn't. There's some things you can depend on, like an allergy. If it ain't acting up bad one day, it'll act up another day. Just, give it a little time. Give it a little time. Just like somebody putting a noose around their neck. In time they'll hang themselves. That's exactly what this guy is doing. To this day, I just have to chalk it up to some mental instability with him, because nothing he says makes any sense at all, in the path or course that he's taking for freedom is not working. I think. What is that kind of language? I think he won't be blacklisted. Oh, he'll be blacklisted. Oh, he'll be blacklisted. Ain't no doubt about that. He'll be blacklisted. And you know what? Here's the thing, too. With all the trouble he's caused in the Philippines, once he gets deported, why would he really want to come back here anyway? Seriously. He's just going to find more trouble, or trouble's going to find him or something. You know, let's just say he was, whatever, all this shit was over, he got deported and was able to come back, which I really don't believe is the case, because he'll be blacklisted once he's convicted. But that's a for sure situation, you know. But, you know, with all the adversity he has developed in the Philippines, why, other than his girlfriend, if he still wants her at that point, why would he come back here? Oh, I know, the pussy is easy. That's one of his reasons to come back here, you know. Because he ain't going to get no pussy in America, that's for goddamn sure. He's in no position financially and otherwise. I can go down a big list of why, but I won't. He's in no shape to get himself a woman in America. I think, come on, John, fix that up. I think he won't be blacklisted. You want to restructure that sentence again. Oh, he will. Oh, he will. He will. Smoke clears from all this. You'll see. Mark my words. My words. This whole thing is so absolutely, it's more of an irritation than anything else. It's gotten old. It's gotten really old. Oh, sorry, I'm driving. What you're trying to say is I think he won't be black. Okay, what you said? I think he won't be blacklisted. Well, we could think whatever we want, but it all points to one direction after everything that's going on. If he gets conviction, yeah, he's going to be blacklisted. Period. That's it. So if you heard my show last night, I was being extraordinarily serious on this matter. That he should have got his girlfriend involved in this and putting a complaint on me. Because it's not like you're gearing it to one individual. You're hurting other people by doing something like that. You know, such as my girlfriend and family and stuff like that, you know. There's something that I'm thinking about. Me, it's very direct with Barry, but, you know, and he's done a lot of wrong, proven wrong, to take a direction that I did, but, you know, to get his girlfriend to do a complaint, that was wrong. That was wrong. Supposedly a good Catholic girl. Yeah, they're all good Catholic girls, aren't they? To do something like that, have to have that on your conscience later on, and actually go to church. And I don't know. It's just amazing. Alabama Waffle House says that someone was posting Barry's rants on the Bureau of Immigration Facebook page with Drew's name along as instigator. I mean, he really did lose his mind, didn't he? You're saying that Barry was posting on the Bureau of Immigration Facebook page with Drew's name along as instigator? Boy, I'd like to see that. Sid, what were you saying about the wedding thing? People are just filling me in. I guess he did a show last night after I went to bed. We're not going to allow him to do a wedding there or something like that. What's the story on that, bro? Because you wrote a comment to me, Sid. Yeah, like I said, not that I really thought there was going to be a wedding, but after all he's done to allow them to do a wedding in lockup, I mean, in his situation. So someone, oh, it says Barry said no wedding allowed because of knife shown on camera. Oh, you mean because going back to the knife wielding incident in the past, that they're not going to allow the wedding? Is that what you're saying? This gets better and better, doesn't it? It was on another live. When was this? Did he show a knife on camera again? When was this? And what was behind all that? Well, while he was a free man. No, if anything, if they're not allowing it, it's because he pissed off the immigration major. Are they going to reward him with allowing him to go get married? I think there's always something behind it. There's that, legal impediments, whatever, that he can't get married. Maybe he's making up another story. I guess a blowjob's out of the question then, huh, Barry? If I came to your wedding. Sid says there was never going to be a wedding. It was just a story came out. Well, that isn't. Well, isn't that like what I've been saying all along? That if his lips are moving, he lost his mind. No, he truly lost his mind, and it shows. I mean, because to be honest with you, under the circumstances, I just couldn't see how there was going to be a wedding there. That immigration would allow that. I mean, or that he'd have all the prerequisites in order to be able to do such a thing. Sid says, yeah, he's a goner mentally. God, no doubt about that. No doubt at all. If you ever had a doubt before, I don't think you have a doubt anymore. All right, so apparently he did a show last night. He took it down, apparently, because I didn't see nothing. Except all I see was a post somewhere he did 7, 8 hours ago. It was just a thumbnail or something of some woman with her middle finger up. Something about lies or something, or I don't know. So if he did a show last night, I wasn't up to see it. As I said, I was in bed at 10 o'clock last night. My average. It was called Stop Snitching. And he took it down, apparently. Well, I found out a few things about Fazio, though. You know how far he went to try to get even with me. I talked to it's a woman who does a YouTube show, has been on for a while. You wouldn't, I'm not even going to mention her name. You wouldn't know who she is. And that was his confidant, and he would talk and visit. They actually visit each other. This woman has a husband and all that stuff, but, and boy, what she told me about how lengthy this was, but Fazio was trying to get dirt on me because Fazio got scared of dealing with the law and all the crap he said about me and all the shit he done, like in regards to the tenants and all that. He was behind 75% of all that. But what she told me, because she wrote me on an email, and we were talking about a few things, and boy, what she said about Fazio. She was approached like 20 times or something to try to do something to get her involved, anybody involved that could find fault with me. And man, I'm not going to read what she wrote. Oh, okay, so he pulled it down is what he did. As he always used to hit and run, like Hit and Run Jay, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing though, speaking of troll, I mean, Ricky he's been really showing his true colors these days, hasn't he? He's always has, but he's gone a whack. Now, come on, man, how bad can it be that you can't even find a pay-for date? Something wrong with that picture. If you can't, he's in Angeles City of all places, and he can't find a pay-for date. That's pretty sad. Yeah, Ricky's time is coming. I feel it in my bones. I think I've been right about a lot of things I said about him, health-wise. I'm not wishing bad on Ricky health-wise. I mean, understand something. What he's doing on his own. So I'm not going to jinx myself. I just go by what I see, what I know, what I hear, what I see him eating, how much he drinks, how obese he is right now. It's elementary. I don't have to be a scholar in physiology or something to come up with that assessment. It's pretty obvious to, I think, all of you, really. Obesity is, man, it's just such a big thing now. I mean, with society, it's gotten out of control. And no offense to anybody that I'm communicating with, if you happen to be obese, I'm just, I'm just talking. I'm just saying, amongst everything, obesity is worse than drinking and smoking put together. It really is. And we have a nation of obese people. How are they going to find people to go in the army and stuff if everybody's obese? Now, the Philippines here, though, they allow, I don't know, they have like for police and stuff like that, they allow people that are really short or really overweight or whatever to become police officers. But in reality, in the States, generally to begin with, you have to be in shape. I mean, you have to go through some training, basic training for different things, maybe to be in a service, even be a police officer. But as I've seen in Hawaii, I've seen, yeah, I could definitely use Hawaii as an example. If you've seen the people that are on a force in Hawaii, you'd say, how the hell did they get to go on the force? I mean, they got to be able to chase after the criminals, right? How could they chase after them if they got short legs, they're really short, or they're overweight, obese? So all they do is they just call in and say, hey, you want to go after this, perpetrator, this perp? Because I can't run. Well, how the hell did you get in the force? How did you pass physical tests if you're obese or too short to run with tiny little legs? I don't get it. But when you need people in the force, they'll hire people. And, I guess that's the way it works. It certainly did, and it was in Hawaii. I could tell you that for sure. Because if you've seen the people that were in the force in Hawaii, at least certainly in the island that I lived on, I could definitely tell you that. You say, how the hell did they become police officers? They don't qualify physically. I mean, but I don't know. I don't make the rules, guys, I could comment about things, but I don't make the rules on anything. But I have my own rules, though. Step on my toes too many times, you might be breaking my toes, and I'm not going to allow that. I have my own rules. Like Fazio said about my tenacity. He was right about that. He's not right about a lot of things, old boy Fazio, but he's right about that. I do have tenacity. But if you heard my show last night, yeah, I was pretty serious. And I saying basically having his girlfriend get involved in this was a really bad move and a big mistake for both of them, really. I'm not going to go into any more detail than that, or what's to happen as a result of that, if anything's going to happen as a result of that, but we'll see. Let's just say it wasn't a really good idea. It wasn't. That's being extraordinarily selfish, where you're going to get your girlfriend to do your dirty work. That's low. The girl that you want to marry, you want her to do your dirty work, to get revenge on me. But like I said on my show last night before I went to bed, there's other people that are affected by this. They don't keep that in mind. I'll hurt you, and I'll hurt everything in your life that you love, just for revenge. Just for revenge. That's why I say the guy belongs in a prison. He needs to have done to him whatever the law can possibly do, whatever I can do. Because that was hitting below the belt. Getting your girlfriend involved to do your dirty work. And perhaps putting her in a really bad position by doing so. And it may come down to that inadvertently, but it may actually come down to that, and she'll regret putting in that report and listening to him. Sorry, girl, but you got involved in this shit too. You allowed yourself to get involved with this. Sorry, but that's just the way it is. She needs to redeem herself is what she needs to do. She absolutely needs to redeem herself with this, with her complaint. All's well and good. She gets rid of the complaint or writes them and says the truth. It'll put Barry in a slightly better position, and it certainly would put her in a better position. But hey, I can't force people to do something they don't want to do. But as I see the mathematics of all this, it would be a better off situation for her, that's for sure. And him, actually. Indian guy is free. No, the Indian guy left. He's got another cellmate there. I don't know if it's another Indian guy. I don't know what his nationality is. I know whoever it is got an accent, but I don't know if it's Indian or not. Sid said, yeah, he's desperate. But how fair is that, really? Think about that. Oh, he's got a vendetta against me because he's in jail. But again, and I'll repeat myself as often as I have to just to get the point through. I'll say it again and again and again and again. That ain't helping his situation. He made a big mistake of getting his girlfriend involved in this. Of course I'm not happy about this at all. What, I got to worry about what the Department of Immigration's going to say, or do, rather? That was unnecessary, man. That was completely unnecessary. To involve her like that. And for her to allow herself, let's put guilt where it's at. For her to allow herself to do that because she feels that she needs to listen to him, to his commands. That's sad in itself, actually. That she has to come down to that point of being controlled by him. Well, if that's true, Barry, sorry about the marriage thing. I was really kind of, hoping that you'd be able to get married. Oh, maybe that's another bullshit story. Maybe he is going to get married. You don't know what the hell to believe with this guy. Oh, I can't get married because of this or that now. Then February 22nd comes and he gets married or something. Remember, if his lips are moving, guys, haven't you not learned yet? Some of you have, but some of you haven't. I don't care either way. You know, understanding why anybody would marry somebody like him in the first place. That's a mind boggler right there. Major mind boggler. Oh, we got 23 in the house. I just haven't been looking at the numbers because they really don't matter. But I meant what I said last night. It's just wrong. Let's come down to a reality check here. That was wrong to get her involved in this. And what about my girlfriend's feelings and stuff? She really does love me. Why should she get hurt in the process of this if something like that really went down and happened? I mean, why should she get hurt in this? She's not a YouTuber. In fact, I think a lot of people actually like her, but because she's with me, that's why they make these rude comments, but shouldn't have any involvement. You know, make things directly to me. But you got to realize, as I pointed out so eloquently last night, that what Shaw is doing is absolutely wrong. And he lies constantly, yeah. It's wrong. It was wrong for Barry to get her to do it, and it was wrong for her to go along with it. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. Shame on you, Shaw, really. I mean, shame on you. I don't want to sound like a grandmother or something, but shame on you. Seriously, shame on you for putting in a complaint like that, which you know is totally bogus. You got to put us through this shit now, right? Really? That's not right. That's just not right at all. But we'll see what the repercussions are from this, I guess. Boy, when you do something big, Barry. I'll tell you, do it in a big way. And I mean as such that you just make situations for yourself a whole lot worse than they are when they don't have to be. That's the funny thing about this. It doesn't have to be that bad for him. Things are going from bad to worse with him. Oh, hello, Pennywise. You've been following all this shit, Pennywise. Greetings and salutations to you, too. I could easily ask my audience, well, what do you think the outcome of all this is going to be? But I think it's pretty obvious, at least on Barry's situation. That's pretty obvious. I mean, even as it sits, even if didn't put any other evidence in about his death threats, murder, inciting to murder me, it's still not going to go his way. But we're going to make sure that we do get that in, because I think that's really vital, and I already told my lawyer that. Go ahead and, file another motion to get the other evidence in on how bad this, because I want the judge to not just go on what was put down on the original affidavits that got him on trial, but I really think there needs to be added more. And with the current events going on with his inciting people to murder me, to cause harm to me, it has to be included. The judge has to know that. Pennywise says, they all know, they all float, Frank. Yeah, they do. They all wind up floating. Coming from Pennywise, of course. Pennywise would know that. Does anybody actually wish that this drama would be over? That's kind of a dumb or a loaded question, really. I think people live for this shit. They don't want it to be over. But they sure want to know what the outcome's going to be. That's for sure. And I don't think it's really going to be a great outcome for him. I can't see how, not even remotely, how things are going to work out the way he wants to. So he was upset on his show last night again. I mean, he's been showing how much he's really upset and bitter and pissed off about all this, about everything that he created. So he can't afford to be pissed off and all agitated because he's the one that created all the agitation and self-created. Pennywise said the drama does not end as long as he has access to the internet, even while in detention. Yeah, gotcha. Exactly. But he does have access. So what are they really doing? But I think it is going to come to a head with that, because there was some information definitely shared with immigration just recently to make them understand the intensity of the situation going on in his jail cell. That this is like going totally out of control, his detention, apparently with no real supervision. I mean, imagine this guy, he's sitting there, and while he's doing his shows, you could hear him on his Xbox or whatever, playing games like, I deserve this. I'm living in luxury. He's living, in his mind, the 5-star lifestyle. In his mind. He figures, I got the cell phone, I got the laptop, I got the Xbox. Man, that's got to all stop. And I think it actually is going to pretty soon. That's what I think. I mean, I don't want to piss off immigration, certainly not in this situation going on right now, but I certainly let them know what's going on in his jail cell with proof. And I just don't think they're going to be, or they are, I don't think they are very happy with this guy. He's cursed the whole fucking judicial and legal system, police, everything. He's had nothing but bad to say about them all. I mean, where's that going to get you? I mean, seriously, where's that going to get you? In a better position you're in now? I don't think so. He's not a thinking man. He just shoots off whatever comes out of his mouth without thinking before he says it. And that's been his biggest problem. Well, he's got lots of problems. That's one of them. The song, words don't come easy for me, but they come really easy for him. What a predicament. But even direct this to Shaw. You feeling good about yourself, Shaw? You think you did the right thing by bowing down to Barry and putting in a complaint? Have you sat down and thought about the possible ramifications of what you did? I mean, whether something happens to me as a result of this or not, have you sat down and thought about the ramifications for you as a result of complying with the master, listening to the master? You really like a man controlling you that way? Seriously? Seriously? Because that's what he's doing. And it's all selfish. It's all to benefit him, not her. She's not benefiting by all this shit, and will never benefit from this. I would hope to think that she's a reasonably intelligent person, but I got to tell you, if she went along with all this shit with Barry, she clearly is not a thinking person at all. I made my own mistakes. Some things I've said on YouTube. I'll admit to it. And I'm certainly not afraid to hide, good or bad. But you know something? To just consistently do something like that without stopping, where do you think along the road that's going to get you? I mean, look how long he's been in detention now, and it's not going to stop there. And I truly believe, if you were to ask me, sit down with me personally here, not on YouTube, and you ask me, do you think he's going to wind up in a prison cell soon? I would say, yes, I do. Truly. It's coming down to that. But I'm not going to take the credit for that. Because he's doing it all himself. I'd love to take full credit on all that. I could take some credit, but I can't take full credit on this. I can't. Nobody's forcing him to do shows and talk about me the way he does. Continuously. I mean, when did he wake up? It's like the guy who has a tumor on him that's as big as another human. When did this guy with the big tumor figure out that he had a problem? Why didn't he take care of this problem before the tumor became just as big as him? He's creating a bigger tumor for himself by getting himself into more and more problems with the legal system out here. And now I'll say it again, no, it isn't fair, Barry. That's not fair play. No, it's not getting your girlfriend to do your dirty work. You fucking pussy. Getting your girlfriend to do your dirty work. And the thing is, it gets me, both of them. They don't care who it hurts along the line. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit if my girlfriend got hurt from all this. They don't give a shit. That's how fucking evil they are. Yeah, what about my girlfriend's feelings? She's got feelings. She's got feelings for me. She didn't want to see nothing bad happen to me. Of course she doesn't. It's not because I'm her meal ticket, because I'm not her meal ticket. It's nothing like that at all in our case. It's just wrong what Barry did. It's wrong what she did. It's just wrong. It's just not right. How you slice it, it's not right. Period. It's not right. Mazda 9. So Bobby, is Robert simulcasting yet again? Some things don't change, folks. Some things just don't change. It just goes to show you how sick people are out on YouTube. It just, and Robert is just one example of many, but he's a pretty big one, Well, Pop, I could simulcast all he wants. I don't have a problem with that. Because what I say just gets out to more people. That's all. So in a way, he's doing me a favor. Because, I do want people to hear publicly what's going on with this goober. And what he's done to people. And how stupid he is. And how he's making his own wounds turn into festering pustules. Is what he's doing. Maz 9, of course, some people like Popeye have too much time on their hands. Well, obviously so. Obviously so. He needs to find a woman play friend instead of his little foo-foo dog. Oh, geez, if his foo-foo dog dies, which I don't wish on any animal, even if it belongs to him, then he's going to really feel his loneliness if Foo-Foo dies. Wow, that would be a real event in his life that'll send him over the edge. It's the only woman he goes to bed with is his dog. Nothing that is wrong with my dogs don't come on our bed. No, not these dogs, although when I lived in Hawaii and I had Maggie before she passed away, over 15 and 3/4 years, Maggie wanted to come on a bed, sleep on the end of the bed. She always did. It's like, part of the pack. Guess I played a part of the alpha. And that was a den. It was my den. When a dog sleeps on the bed, it's part of the den. They're there to protect you, to feel secure, to feel comfortable. But my dog was never my companion in bed, if you know what I mean. Popeye sleeps with his dog. And if it's female, it's the only female he'll ever get the rest of his life. It's a pretty sad case. Some ways I kind of do feel sorry for you, Robert. I really do. I've listened to you for years, many years, and what I've heard come out of your mouth was so sick and sad, and how he wished Mike Kaysen would have to toe tag on him, and horrible things he said about, Jay's father when Jay's father died. This is what you call pure evil. This is what you call a guy with a really messed up mind. And Popeye's on the top of the list of messed up minds, sick people on here. He makes the top first 5 on here. Popeye likes to dictate his bitterness, just like Barry does. But Popeye will do it in the form of making these little skits, sketches, whatever you want to call them, which has been boring to everybody these days because he's still using the same clipping he's used in other videos he put together, Just boring. Same old shit. They get their jollies from this. I guess they got to get it somewhere. They're certainly not getting it from a woman. I love how Ricky is downplaying the Philippines now, or Cebu, Philippines in general. That the women are all gone now. No, maybe they just don't want you, Ricky. They can't even pay for a date anymore. It's become difficult for him to put money out on a date, rent a date like he normally does. Wow, that's saying something right there. I'd like to know when he's going to buy a different toupee. I don't know if you guys have been able to figure it out or not. I'm looking at the contour and everything on there. That is a toupee. I truly think that Ricky is bald. I truly think he's fully bald. And that is the toupee that he's wearing. Yeah, well, I thought she was turning 41. Yeah, all right, 40. Barry is upset. He forgot her birthday. He forgot the woman, the love of his life, his rock, his foundation. Forgot her birthday. Yeah, that's love. I don't forget no birthday of my girlfriend or anniversary day or any shit like that. We just had our 9th anniversary on February 4th. I didn't forget that. And he can't be with her because I don't know what the deal is. She'll be doing family things on her birthday and everything else. She wasn't scheduled to come over and see him. And the very fact that he forgot her birthday, I'm sure she's probably very impressed with that fact. That the man that she wants to marry even forgets the birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, Shaw. See, I could be kind. I'm sure we'll be happy because if you can get beyond that so-called PTSD and depression, then you have a good birthday. The lies on here are amazing, but to make it affect somebody's life, that's where I draw the fucking line, Shaw. Yeah, I'm talking to you directly, Shaw. That's where I draw the line with this shit. You went overboard with this complaint, and you know you did, and you know what you have to do. You have to live with yourself. Or you just became too meshed with Barry's personality. It became yours now. Sad if that happened. It's one thing in loving a guy, but don't lie for him. Don't go along with his capers of revenge, because it comes back to slap you in the face at some point. And it will. And don't say I didn't tell you so. And I don't want to hear any crap or repercussions or any shit from that. Don't look at me. If anybody's trying to destroy their life, they're doing it on their own. So don't be pointing fingers to me. If something happens with Shaw legally, don't go running after me saying, see, you're trying to ruin somebody's life. No, she's trying to ruin my life and my girlfriend's life. Let's get it straight, Shaw. That's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're trying to do because you want to listen to your boyfriend. The man of your life, the man of your dreams. It's really the man of your nightmares. He's just not realizing it yet. It just hasn't caught on. For some reason, hasn't caught on. I'm not sure what it's going to take for it to catch on with you, but I think eventually you will wake up and figure it all out. And I hope you do, for your sake. So if Barry did a show last night for my benefit, I didn't see it, Barry. I'm not up all night like you are. I go to bed at 10. That's it. I'm out. I'm not into you that much, if you know what I mean. I'm going to lose sleep over you. That ain't going to happen. I figure if you do a show, I'll hear it the next day. If you take it down, I don't hear it. I know he thinks I'm up all night waiting for him to do a show. I know you're out there. You're the first viewer on there. No, I'm not. Generally, I am not. Generally, I am not. Truthfully. Yeah, I want this to all be over just like you do, Barry. Absolutely. Everything comes to a head, and it will. But I'm afraid in your situation, you're not going to benefit from all the damage that you've done so far to me and yourself. You're not going to come on top with this, I'll guarantee you that. But getting your girlfriend involved, that was a big no-no all the way around, all the way around. I know you hate me, Barry, and I'm not exactly fond of you, but, I've been with my girlfriend for 9 years, and it's real love. Why are you trying to hurt her too? And why are you trying to get her girlfriend to hurt her too? It's not like it's focused on me, because it has a ripple effect. And that's the whole idea, wasn't it? Have a ripple effect. Why, this is not going to harm my girlfriend? If her complaint went through and all that stuff, that's not going to harm her? Of course it is. But you get off on that, don't you? You get off on that. It's not right for her. It's not right. She's not involved in this shit. Shaw's got to do a lot of thinking. She's got to do a lot of soul searching because what she did was wrong. No matter how you look at it, what she did was wrong, going along with Barry on this. Really gets me. These people are big churchgoers too, It's hypocrisy. They go to church like, their shit doesn't stink. But it's okay. It's okay, because they always got that confessional booth. Forgive me, Father, I have sinned, and I have sinned, and I have sinned. And I put a bogus report on an innocent man to satisfy my boyfriend. Okay, young lady. Resolve your sins, say 5 Hail Marys, and hope that you don't go to jail as a result of it. That don't solve everything, going to church, and he shouldn't even be going to church. Shouldn't even be going to church. Like an oxymoron. It's a contradiction of who you are if you get that down and dirty. The battle has nothing to do with Shaw initially. Shaw was never involved in this with me. That wasn't where the battle was, but now there's a war because of what she did. I'm not going to stand back. You got to get mine. I'm not going to stand back on this shit. It ends where I make it end. I'm actually more pissed at her than I am at Barry, if you want to know the truth. I'm more pissed at her for going along with this caper. I'm more pissed at her right now. I mean, think of this scenario. And Barry's thought about this a lot. I'm 70 fucking years old. I've been with my gal for 9 years. 9 fucking years. And they think it's a funny thing to put a wrench in the machinery. I know Barry's response would be, well, you've been putting a wrench in my machinery. Well, no. You see, the difference is you caused all your own problems. It's a little different story when out of revenge you get your girlfriend to do something that you did. This is a whole different scenario, brother. Hey, my brother. That's a whole different ball game. That's different. Tell you one thing, if you want me to go even slightly easy on you, Barry, you got to remedy certain things before that's going to happen. Remember, this trial ain't over yet. You never know what I'm going to do or what I'm willing to do, but I'm going to tell you at this point, you just make it impossible for me to make even one iota of any issue on this easy, for you. Like I said, you think I'm probably bullshitting. No, I think you know I'm not bullshitting on the second case, but let me ask you a question. Do you really want a second case against you? Do you really want a second case against you? Answer that question. If not, just to yourself. I don't think so. Even though he was shouting, yeah, go ahead, put a second case on me, see if I can. Oh, you'll care. Because you're trying to, supposedly, I don't know how you're doing it, to try to get your life together. But what are you doing to get your life together? You're not doing anything to make that happen. Even Fazio, beyond the grave, has said that to you, that you're making things worse for yourself. Fazio speaks from the grave. And Fazio ain't right about a whole lot of stuff, but in your case, he's right on target. You have made things worse for yourself, and you did it all on your own. So stop complaining in reference to that, because you set your own future, man, by the things that you say and do. Maz Nine says, of course, some people like Popeye have too much time on their hands. Oh, okay, I already read that. Anyway, guys, you get my point on the story here. I kind of laid it out last night on that show I did before I went to bed. What you're doing, Shaw, is really wrong. It's really wrong. You want to take it out on somebody, do it for the right reason, not because your boyfriend told you to do something. I don't buy Barry's story saying that you're doing this on your own. There's no fucking way in the world that you're doing this on your own. You were heavily influenced. And Barry said it himself. I'm coercing my girlfriend to put a complaint on Frank. What do you think of the consequences? Nothing good comes out of this. Nothing good comes out of this at all. All the way around. Because it makes things worse for your boyfriend too. And has the potential of making your life a little bit miserable. Think about that. Think about that. Okay, anybody want to add anything before I get off here? You're just kind of sitting there listening to me babble on. Babylon. This isn't Babylon. It's Philippines. Words don't come easy to me. Sometimes they do, when needed. So what have you accomplished so far, Barry? Think about it. What have you accomplished? Do tell. Do tell. What have you accomplished? Nothing. Except you opened up a can of worms for yourself and your very special woman. Well, let me tell you something. If she was that special to you, why would you use her as a tool? If she was that special to you, why would you have gotten her involved? If she's so special to you, why would you allow her to get her ass in any kind of legal trouble? If she was that special to you. Only you could answer those questions. I'm just posing it to you, bro. Sometimes you have to say enough is enough. Work on your future in a positive way. Don't make it worse for yourself. Well, I think I made my point, as I usually do on my shows. The question is, why make things worse on yourself? And that's the key words. Why make things worse for yourself? I'm not a demon here, Barry. I'm just doing what I feel I need to do. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. If you can't understand that, you never will. The only person that's crying like a baby, Barry, is you. You're the one that's crying all the time. Well, it's crying time again. Popeye would know the lyrics to that. Popeye's kind of a real old timer. I do admit that, you know, I do. I remember a lot of this old shit. Some of the old songs that maybe it's not something I would normally listen to, but grown up. Pardon me, the timing was pretty bad here. I'm just preparing some lunch, but hold on. Do hold and I'll be with you. Okay. I should have waited a few minutes before I actually, okay, but nevertheless. I'm still here. Now I'm just preparing something here. Just deal with me for a few minutes. Okay. I should have actually waited before I put on this broadcast. I will be with you shortly. No, it's unfair of me to do that. But I'm done apologizing on this. And we'll get to the, shall I call it, the meat and bones of what this discussion is going to be about. Okay. Just hold your horses. Okay, almost ready here. One momento. Just making a tuna fish sandwich here. Sorry about the timing. Okay, I think we're good. Except you have to hear me eating my sandwich here. I do gotta eat lunch, you know. Okay, nothing real complicated here. The new evidence of him with all this fucking incitement of physical harm and murder and inciting people to do a reward and well, let's just say that opened up another can of worms for him. That was on the list of some of the stupidest things he's ever done. By far. I'm not going to pretend to know the outcome of anything here. But I don't think that helps his situation at all. Yes, that is the family crest. It's real. Mm-hmm. Name goes back a long time. It's a real crest. Never had it before, but interesting. So I use it. I believe I'm the last Well, in my bloodline, I'm the last person with this name in my family line to carry on the name. Because there are many people with that name out there, of course. But my family line, I'm pretty much the last. Yours is a bloody red hand. Hold on, let me wash my hands. Okay, let's get down to business here. The King of Jordan met with Trump. You mean the real King of Jordan? Not Barry Jordan. Barry Jordan didn't meet up with Trump, did he? Or did Trump contact him? Yeah, I discovered this crest. Interesting. There's a whole history on my last name. There's a whole amazing history, really, with the name. It goes back a long time ago. It's a popular name, apparently. A battle, a war. Isn't that befitting? Not the fit. I find it interesting following along with these back and forth chats regarding the two of you. Oh, it's interesting, all right. How do you think I feel? Believe me, even my lawyers, they're sick of this case too. Believe me, trust me, they are. They want this over with too, as much as I want it over with. So many people says, why don't you just drop the case? No, it's not that easy, even if I wanted to. Too much has transpired. That's the problem. Drop the case, he just goes free. He'll be able to come back in the country and hurt other people, emotionally, financially, and so forth. I'm not going to allow that. I'm just not going to allow that. I don't know what his idea of what's going on is, but, you know. Yeah, and the legal implications, right. Oh, it's a learning experience. If you want to live in this country, well, you know something, the truth is, if I ever had to leave the country by choice or no choice, sell the house, make a lot of money, and me and Gil will go off and live in another Asian country. That's all. Have plenty of money. Kids could always visit. You know, it's doable. Let's put it that way. It's doable. We'll always be together. There's no question about that, no matter what happens. Deport or no deport, whatever is ever decided on this shit. May take a few months, you know, basically. Don't have to stay in the Philippines. She don't care as long as she's with me. We'll just sell the house. make another 10 million on the house. Whatever I got in the bank and whatever I get every month would be totally fine. But I'm trying not to think negative. I'm just saying that it could be doable. Yeah. Doesn't mean I'm going to drop dead. Philippines, whatever Asian country. The Philippines was always new to me, and any other country would be new to me too. You adjust. You adjust no matter where you are. Doesn't mean we'll be broken up if something like that ever happened. No, we'll be together. I don't know how long it would take to sell the house if that happened. But if I ever had to be deported, well, I'm not going to be broke and eventually be together with my sweetie with a pocket full of money. All good. Not the Fed says. One would think, regardless of that Shaw is Filipina, the connection with Barry and her and you should be considered. Country Road. How can Shaw complaint be taken seriously considering her relation to Bummer? Well, the best I could answer that is that's the point. You hit the nail on the head. That's the point. The point being is that there was a connection to the complaint. That's the point. Hold on a second. There's some tuna still in the bowl. You could have that.
No.
Oh, look at this. When you get a chance, could you, yeah. I don't know what was on the floor, a piece of tuna, but where did they come out from? Oh, ants again, of course. So it's the ants. Oh, got my new carburetor. Changing the subject for a second here. Actually found a place that had it in Valentine, and that's where we went today. Got a carburetor that's supposed to fit my generator, so it's a matter of the dude coming over here and playing around with things and, getting it in there. How can Shaw's complaint be taken seriously? Okay, well, yeah, that's my point. It's something they have to consider. Although he might think it's ending for me, it's not ending. It's just beginning in many ways. If I ever had to be deported, look, I already left New York to live in Washington State for 26 years. I left Washington State to live in Hawaii for over 14 years. What's going to be much different? If she lived with me in another country, she'd be able to go back to the Philippines, see her family, her friends. They could come and visit her. I mean, life goes on. It's an inconvenient situation if that happened, but you make do with what you have. That's just moving on. That's all. No, you're not hearing any white flags going up here, I'll tell you that. It's not over till it's over. But his murder for hire and inciting murder and violence and wanting me dead and everything else, that certainly is not going to help his case. So I basically told them, I don't care what it costs, go file a motion to have that evidence. Yeah, I am going to be testifying in March. That's still going on. I will be testifying in March. And hopefully we can get this motions out to allow further testimony, because, man, I'm going to lay it out. The point is letting the judge know that this cyber libel case, is really superficial initially on what was on the affidavit, but the judge needs to know the meat and gravy of what's really going on beyond the initial affidavit that the fiscal approved, and that's why we got a case So I think it's really important, I think it is, well, I know it is, to be able to introduce some of the more current events that have been happening with him. Because when the judge comes time to give sentence to him, I want it to be an appropriate sentence for him, with everything in consideration. The complicities of him and his girlfriend on putting in a complaint on me for deportation to try to get me deported. That's all taken into mind. I want the judge to understand the gravity that this is not your basic, average, cornbread cyber libel case, that this thing has some deep roots, some deep hatred, the psychology involved with him, his demeanor, his knocking the whole system, the immigration, the embassy, DOJ, police, his whole attitude. Country Road. Shaw needs to be Heidi. Shaw needs to be held liable for her lies too. Shame on her. Well, exactly, Country Road. That's exactly my point. So messed up. You and Gilda are a family. That's messed up with Shaw. Yes, it is messed up what she's trying to do anyway. But we'll deal with it in any way that we have to. If it didn't turn out my way, well, as I said, there's a Court of Appeals. There's also the Secretary of the Board. So it's not like, oh, well, we decided maybe we'll deport you. Well, it's not like we don't have a final say in this matter. We can carry this on. So it's not like it's all over if that happened. But she's going to have to live with herself. Either way. The religious girl, the Catholic, the good Catholic girl. I don't know what happened to her fucking values, but they went down the drain when she got together with this guy. I don't know what she was like before she met Barry. I have no idea. I don't know how he corrupted her, because that's exactly what he did to her. Oh yeah, Gilda's not, she's not happy this at all. She don't like Barry, and she don't like Shaw, I will tell you that. Oh, believe me, she don't. She's besides me on this. She's all for whatever I can do it. Is her attitude, do it. Fisto's back. Shaw is just another in a long line of Filipinos who are being used and abused by Barry. Well, I can't disagree with you on that. I will not disagree with you on that. Long line, that's for sure. Take a ticket, it's one of those things. Get in line, take a ticket. And he used and abused a lot of people in his life. And then coming into the Philippines, that's when all the damage really happened. I mean, look what happened with his wife over the kid. He attacked her. That's what happened. And he went to jail for 6 months. 6 months. Wilson says Shaw will end up in jail with Barry. Watch it. I don't know. That could happen. Hello, Brisket. A simple lunch. I just opened up a can of tuna. It's not the kind I like. I like the chunky tuna, the albacore. This was just your basic. But it was in water, so, just a basic toast sandwich with tuna. It was okay. There was no lettuce, no celery in it. It was as basic as it can be. Black pepper, mayonnaise. Nothing fancy. Laughing Larry says Brevis might be working behind the scenes, throwing a few bucks at Shaw. I would not be surprised at all. You got to understand something. Oh, I'll get to that statement from Scooter in a second here. These people are upset when things don't go their way. I'm talking about the trolls, Brevis, Licky, Dawn, and all these people. They've been upset for fucking 10 years. Things ain't going their way with me. I told you, man, I threw out more plates of fucking crow than you could count. They're not going to be happy until something happens to me. That's just the way it is. They don't want me to win in any form or way. They'd love to see me get deported from the country. But like I said, if that ever actually happened, and I'm going to certainly make sure that doesn't happen, but let me be the devil's advocate. If that something fucking happened, life's not over, goes on. Just another Asian country to live in. Gilda would agree to sell the house. We'd have plenty of money to live on. More money. Still get my Social Security on top of it. We can certainly find a place that's affordable and yet nice. And our kids could visit anytime they want. They can go back to school in Cebu. I mean, you know, it's feasible if it happened. I mean, life ain't over until it's over. Okay, getting back to a comment here. Yeah, Brevis has got a report in on him with immigration for them to look into his the discrepancies of his life in California. That's all I'll say on that. I got tired of Brevis's shit. I decided to do something. Brisket says, you are battle-tested, Frank, a truly worthy holder of your surname. Yeah, my surname. Isn't that amazing? You read up on that. Okay, so Scooter says, Obama said his hat was taken away and some other items. When did he say that? Is he doing shows I don't know about? Or is that left over from a show he did last night that he took off? Country Road Barry also claims his cell door is now locked 2 hours daily, cell phone use under supervision. When did he say this? Look, number one, I don't buy anything he says. The MAGA hat might have been too political for the Philippines. That might have been, I would be surprised. He's over there in the Philippines, he's talking about making America great again, you know. That's politics. And the Philippines don't want politics, whether the U.S. is their ally or not. They don't want politics. They're not in jail. Gundig Zim was youth. What's Gundig Zim? Huh? Please explain. Scooter says 2 hour show last night. He deleted it right after it was over. Okay, that explains. That's what I thought happened. Scooter says Obama said he has to share a cell and oh no, has to share a cell and a bunk bed with another guy now. And he said he is no longer allowed to go outside or downstairs. He said that, huh? Wow. Fisto said, did you see Sedge Styles made a comeback video recently? He ran off after he got divorced to Lynn from Angeles City, and he was hanging out with B-Bots, who, if you recall, was jailed for bad stuff. Why would he? No. Why would he be hanging out with B-Bots? I don't know. I've always questioned this guy, but I won't go into that. Not the Fed says complaints to BI regarding Northey and the bat came from an account Gundig. Complaints to be. So somebody sent a complaint to the BI regarding Drew Nordy and the bat came from an account Gundig. No, I don't have another account. No, he's not going to like sharing a cell with the Indian. Sharing a cell with the Indian? Oh, God. This is too good to be true. Serious shit. No, he wants his privacy now, but he ain't going to be yelling all night into his fucking phone when he's got a cellmate that ain't going to want to hear this shit. Sounds like things are getting tight on him over there now, doesn't it? Things are tightening up on him, isn't it? Oh, no, I've sent that to them. I don't know who else. Did somebody else send a complaint to the BI regarding Drew and the bat? Because I made my own complaint on that. I showed the video. So am I understanding that somebody else said that they sent a complaint to the BI regarding that? So straighten me out on that because I'm not clear. No, my name is not Gundig. I'm going under my name and my name only, and that's it. I'm not going under any sock account names because the truth is I don't have. Whether you believe it or not, I really don't give a crap. I do not have any sock account names. I have zero. I'm surprised I don't really, but I don't see the purpose of it. No, I don't have any sock account names. I would guarantee you that. None. Zero. Why? And I'll tell you why. Because I'm pretty direct and say what's on my mind. I don't need to go under a sock account to express myself regarding that piece of shit. I just come out with it. You talking about I went there. What is about the BI Facebook? On the BI Facebook page, someone writing there about Barry all the time. Yeah, Daniel Reyes. A guy named Daniel Reyes, Reyes. He's the guy that's always writing the film. I went there to go check. It's not the first time I've seen his comments in there. The name is Daniel Reyes, Reyes. Yep. Barry claimed on his last live that BI won't allow him to have a wedding. Well, guys, what do I say about that? You know, and his lips are moving. I mean, he will or he won't, or whatever happens, happens. As I said, I don't care either way. Because it's a real big bang job on his girlfriend there. If he got married in the future, it's a fucking train wreck for her. And it's a train wreck for her if they don't get fucking married. I mean, it's a train wreck for Barry no matter what, whether he's married or not. And no, the answer to earlier question in the past or something he brought up about a 13A, no. The answer would be absolutely dead no of him being able to get a 13A. That's it on that. He would not be able to. So what's the purpose? Whether he can get married or not, and if he does get married, still I'm going to pose that question. What the fuck is the purpose other than him using it as a tool for immigration? Because immigration is pissed off at Barry right now. They might be pissed off at me too, whatever, but they are pissed off at Barry. There is no question. He's attacked the immigration so much. They're not going to do him any favors. Okay, Country Road says, I'm actually surprised you didn't hear about the list of restrictions. I didn't hear his last live, but I heard all about his new restriction. No, I didn't watch it. Because, I don't stay up all night waiting for Barry to do a show. I go to bed at whatever time I go to bed. If he has a show on and I know it's on, I'll listen to it. I always collect evidence. But if he's not on if he's on when I go to bed, I don't know about it. I just rely on people telling me, oh, he had a show and this is what he said and so forth and so on, Yeah. Laughing Larry says, to get married, you need a wedding dress. Never once he mentioned that once. Yeah. I don't 100% believe it, Country Road says. Let's see, comments are starting to come in. I can't keep, let me scroll. Laughing Larry says, to get married, you need a wedding dress. And I never mentioned it once. Country Road says, I don't 100% believe it. This is Barry Jordan we're talking about. Exactly my point. Scooter Pie says, Obama said he's no longer allowed visitors because of the last bat gift. Can anybody concur with that? Can anybody concur with that? Obama says he's no longer allowed visitors because of the bat gift from Brevis, and said he wasn't mad at Brevis about it. He said Shaw is the only visitor that he can have now. So you can concur on that. And yeah, you need money to get married and bring a girl to America. And Fisto says to get a 13A visa, you need to prove your good character. You need NBI clearance and a police report if you're in home country. I have a 13A. Obama could never get it. And if you have a legal impediment going on with you hear me, Barry? If you have a legal impediment going on, you cannot get a 13A. So what's the purpose? Except that, to try to play around with immigration to stay in the Philippines or something. So you want to put a girl through marriage. I don't care who it is. Say it ain't Shaw. Say it's Sally Jane. I don't care who the fuck the girl is. I really don't. So, you want to marry Sally Jane only for the reason to use her as a tool to help you with the immigration situation. Is that it? Then don't marry her. Then don't marry her. And if you did love her, you wouldn't do that to her. Because you're going to fuck up her life so bad. Her life might be already fucked up right now. You got to recruit good character, NBI clearance, police report from your home country too. Right. So no one mentioned that before. But that's true. From your home country. Right. So you went to the dirty name, you know. Obama can never get it. Okay. Very interesting things are happening, I guess. Yeah. But like I said, I try not to think of the worst situation. But if something like that immigration thing, as I said, there are cases I could fight this against it, but keep that in mind. I'm not just surrendering to any decision or resolution that immigration makes. It's not a positive one. Basically, my life goes on. I've lived in 4 different places. You know, it's very simple. I've spoke to Gil about this. In the event anything ever happened like that, what's the game plan? You know, she agreed. Yeah, we can sell the house, make a lot of money. Kids will have to go back to school in Cebu, not a problem. They have their father's home there. And not a problem. You know, the kids could get their visas, get, you know, passports, whatever. They could visit us, or she could visit them in the Philippines, no problem, as long as we're in another Asian country. So, you know, get used to another culture if I have to. I mean, got used to this one. So it's not like a bomb went off, really. I'd rather stay in the Philippines, to be honest with you. Absolutely. I've grown comfortable here. But if something changed, or something happened to make that change, you just basically got to accept the change. Obama went on about 10 to 15 minutes tirade on Ricky. Oh, Ricky's been out of control like crazy lately, too. Valentine's Day, they ain't got no lady. Let's see. It got to a point you can't even buy them anymore. What's with that? You notice how negative he is on the Philippines now? Because every time he comes here lately, it's just not working out for him very well. He's saying it's all over for Philippines, for women. No, it's all over for him because, I mean, look at his character. It's all over for him because well, it's what he is, what he does, what he looks like. The whole shit, you know. Hello? Who you talking to?
American label.
Who you talking to,
My
huh?
sister.
Hello, say hello to sister. Hello, hello.
I said I got to Cebu, but Gina's don't know. Only this one because I go there.
Tomorrow, Valentine's Day. Huh?
Tomorrow, no.
Isn't it?
Friday.
What's today's date? I'm off on my dates.
Today is.
See, at least I'm remembering it anyway.
12.
Oh, we got 2 more days. Okay.
So where we go there in Valentine?
Oh, we go out and have a good dinner or
We
something.
go there in Marlins.
Sure, we can go there if you want. Why not?
I go there at Tinining na. Ako there.
Oh, they're having a special thing there. Oh, okay.
I go at Tinining.
We'll talk about it later on. Sure.
Pastor, because I go there in town and then the guys come here and then we just check at the generator. Oh, saman.
Well, he'll be here when he gets here. We'll get that carburetor in
Saan
there.
sakay?
So yeah, we got the new carb. But one thing people don't understand about me, and listen to what even the late great Fozzer has to say, that Frank has this tenacity that's never been seen before on YouTube, and he wasn't lying about that. I always fall on my feet. Always get back up. Fall back on my feet. If such a disaster did happen, and that, using kind words, that woman, so I don't get in legal trouble here, if that kind Filipino woman gets her way in lieu and via Barry in a deportation procedure, as I said, I still have options. Number 2, I'll say it again, life still will go on. We did a great thing by investing in this house, and we'll get plenty of money if we sell this house. I could live any Asian country I want to and adapt, like I adapted to this country. There are Filipino communities in a lot of these Asian countries that would make her feel comfortable too. She draws people, that's the way she is. She makes friends no matter what. And that's how devoted she is to me, that if something happened like this, she's that devoted that she'd be willing to sell the house with me and live a life in another country. If she wasn't, well, you're on your own, pal. I got friends and relatives here. Oh, she's not like that. She's not like that. Oh, let me catch up on the comments here. Uh, let's see. Where are we? Scooter says, Bumma said, you and Aloe are working against him behind the scenes, and he had some short tirades on Aloe. No, me and Aloe are not working on anything. I don't talk to Aloe. I've occasionally have sent an interesting video to Aloe, but no, it's not like me and Aloe communicate. It's not like Aloe likes me. He's very adverse with me. But Aloe goes in any direction. He don't care. You know, against me, against Barry, he don't give a shit either way, you know. No, we're not working together. That we're not. Not the Fed said, that's interesting. I used the word tenacity to describe you earlier. That's what Fazio said. Wilson says, a Scooter, I saw. Well, I do have that tenacity. I've always did. I did stupid things too, though. I can name a bunch of them. Indian Joe. God. I was working in Seattle. This is just one story, but I was working at the time because I didn't just work for the parks. I mean, I've had some other positions I was in with the Treasury Department, you know, coin collecting from the parking meters. Oh boy, everything's digital now. But, you know, we had a cart, it had a funnel and a what do you call on it, where the change would go into. And then we go with our special keys, we'd open up the parking meters, and all that change would come rumbling out. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Some areas I had to go through were kind of sketchy. And the sound of all that money, all these alcoholics and drug addicts that were near the street, small parks that were near the street, or little enclaves, whatever you want to call them, enclaves, they hear all that jingling come out. One day, this guy well known, call him Indian Joe. Big Indian guy. Big as life. Street person. And I didn't give a fuck. I don't know. He was looking at me like, oh, you like that? You know, as if to say, I was like saying to myself, oh, you like the sound of that jingle, huh? You ain't touching any of this, motherfucker. I didn't say that to him, but what I did say was, what are you looking at? I said, what are you looking at? I had the whole city on my side with that. The Treasury Department. I didn't like the way he was looking at me and that money coming out of the meter. I stood up to Indian Joe. Some people say, don't say a fucking word, dude. But I stood up to Indian Joe. Does that always mean I'm not going to get my ass kicked? No. I had circumstances where I thought I would get my ass kicked. I wasn't thinking. I just wasn't thinking. But, however, I stand up for what I believe in, man. I'm no big fucking tough guy, big lumberjack type of guy with a big flannel shirt on and an axe in his hand, but I do have an axe to grind with somebody and some people. I definitely got an axe to grind. That would be correct. I'm not big as life. And yes, I am taller than Barry. Let's just finally get that straight. I am taller than Barry by far. Okay. My God. I was doing the math, and I think he has a 28% BMI index. I weighed myself this morning up 76 kilos. And if he's only 5'2", because that's all he really is. If you really want to stretch him out and call him Stretch, give him a new name, call him Stretch, then he's about 5'3" at best. Okay? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, 5'3", okay? At 5'3", if you weigh 76 kilos, you are defined as obese. Now, he presented this meal on his community page or something. And he was boasting about this meal, which consisted of pork, and there was some potatoes, and there was some macaroni and cheese. Now, in his mind, he thought, who says I can't just get only junk food from what I order? Well, what that was probably a meal that his girlfriend brought over, okay? More than likely. But was it healthy that he was debating about or masturbating about? No, it wasn't. Pork is not a good meat. It's the worst. The potatoes, well, I love potatoes. I'm not going to knock the man on the potatoes. I love potatoes. But with his weight and everything, all the carbs and everything else, no, that's not good for him. Thirdly, the mac and cheese. That's entirely not healthy. That's entirely not healthy. I will tell you that. It is entirely not healthy. The carbs, the fake cheese, sugar and salt additives, absolutely not. What do I have on my neck here? A bite or something. So that was not a healthy meal. Then I proceeded to say that, what did I say on that? Oh yeah. I said, how the hell do you eat that shit? With no teeth, how could you eat it? I imagine he has to take the knife, and how does he cut it? That's another question. They're not going to allow you a steak knife in a lockup. How does he cut his meat? How does he chew his meat? It's one thing to have that meat in the dish. I mean, let me tell you the truth. My brother had no teeth. And he had to eat meat. He had to put it in a fucking blender. Sounds yucky, but sometimes that's what he had to do. With no teeth, how could he even taste his food, nevertheless digest it in his mouth? How could he do that? Okay, let's see what else here. I'm missing comments because I'm not looking at them. Wilson Gill says, Scooter, I saw that someone made a statement about aloe. Oh, not the Fed says Indian with feathers or forehead dots. Oh, this guy was big. Indian Joe, they call him. I'm not shitting around. He was known on the streets. He's not somebody you wanted to fuck with. I gotta watch it, really. Sometimes I admit it, I gotta watch it because, yeah. Scooter says, Balmer was inviting Ricky over for a cookie when he gets back to him. Gets a cookout. He's inviting Ricky to a cook when he gets back to America, and said, let me get back down here. It said something like he was going to give Ricky a beatdown. He said something like everyone has nuts and kneecaps. So do you, Barry? As far as I know, you have nuts, but you have nuts and kneecaps, right? So do you. Fuck, that was the first thing I'd hit on your ass. No, I would just give you a punch in the solar flex and you'd be down. Kneecaps or nuts. One punch right in the center of the solar flex. You'd be down. You'd be down for the count. If it ever had to come down to that. I know, he's so brave with everybody. How many people on the list so far he's going to kick their ass? How many people so far? Oh, but I'm going to tell you, if he's got... sound like Santa Claus. If he has somebody else in his cell now, that is going to real interesting. That's going to get real effing. What is this bite mark on my neck? Where's my sweetie? Gilda?
Yes.
Where are you? Where? Oh, what's this big bite mark on my neck here? Look at this thing. I just felt it. Oh, come over here. What the hell is this? What is that?
Yeah, ants na.
Huh?
Ants bite.
That lumpy thing is an ant bite?
Yeah.
What the fuck? From where?
You go outside?
Come on, just go outside. What did I
Yeah,
do?
the ants said.
Fuck, man, I'm telling you
big
guys. I surrender. I waved a flag to the ants. I waved a flag. The only person I'm going to wave the flag to is the ants. They have conquered and divided and conquered. They certainly have. Boy, you just can't avoid them. It's like you can't avoid the stupidity of Mr. Know-It-All. All right, now that I got my glasses on too here, I can read a lot better. Biscuit says my local pet store has goldfish that could beat Bummer in a fight. Well, at least I'm glad to see that my viewers have a sense of humor. We got 28 strong on here. Good day to all. Trolls and everybody else. Good day. Glad to have you aboard, man. Well, you know, Barry's going to pay the price no matter what. It doesn't matter what happens to me. If something happens, you know what? It happens. If I have no control over the situation, then I have no control of it. It's simple as that. You know, people hope that I get deported from the country. I don't think that's going to happen, but let's say it did. Like I said, Gildy will be with me in no time. She's lived in other countries before. She lived in Brunei. You know, it's not a big thing. As long as she has her passport, she can go back and see her family and Cebu, her kids, and all that. Still communicate. Same with me. If I had to be separated from her for a while before we got settled, if something like that happened, we still communicate with each other. Don't forget, I was gone over a year and 2 months with the COVID situation. And we communicated every day. Life went on. Even though we weren't physically with each other, we talked numerous times every single day. You make do of what you have. That's what it comes down to. You do the best you can with the situation you got. That's what you do. That's what you do. So, I'm not as freaked out about this as people think because there's been nothing decided yet on this. But I will tell you, again, that there are repercussions for this shit. There are repercussions. There will be. And I know a couple of people that are going to be pretty pissed off to have gotten involved in such a venture. Oh yeah. Believe me. Trust me. Trust me. And even Brevis, I told you, he's going to have his day. Maybe his day in court sometime. There's a lot more that went on. He was dealing with gang members, man. Yeah. Los Angeles County Courthouse. There are more records. Anyway, I turned them in. Turned them in. I thought I did, Brevis. You fucker. I had enough of you. Barry's saying, how come you don't go after Brevis? You don't go after Will. Who said I wasn't? Who said I wasn't? I don't tell everything on here, man. There's some things I do secretly and privately. I have a good memory for people who have tried to fuck me over. Now, of course, there's that video of him providing a baseball bat, which was turned into, to Barry, who's in a cell. That's not going to help his cause. Yeah, from LA. LA County, anyway. LA County, whatever. So Brevis has been behind the scenes with a lot of shit. I'm pretty sure he's behind the Rice thing. I would not be surprised about that. Brevis, all because, listen to this, all because we refused him his friendship. It's not like it was Barry's story that Barry's trying to get friendship with me and we refuse. Nothing like that. Brevis is perturbed about the fact that I didn't want to go out with dinner with him. I didn't want to enhance a friendship with him. That's why he's pissed. And that's why he chose Barry's side. That's what this is all about. It all goes back to the fact that I rejected his friendship. And he was this really major, fanatical fan of mine, as he has pretty much stated it to me. Well, I don't know, not the Fed. I didn't find that funny at all because it hurt good Filipinas. That's why I didn't find it funny. It was not funny because people came out of their way to come there expecting money and rice. And they got disappointed when it didn't happen. That was cruel and it was vicious, and obviously the fuckhead has no respect for Filipinos at all. None. Neither one of these goobers have respect for the Philippines. Brevis fucking knocked up another chick. Not just the one he's with, if you're not aware of that. And unfortunately for that woman, the baby died. As the story's been told, the baby died. Did he even bother to... Well, obviously he knew he got a woman knocked up. Did he bother to help her out during her pregnancy? And when the baby died, did he bother to help her out with a funeral for the child? This is what a low scumbag this guy is. Briskets, I couldn't imagine being poverty-stricken and traveling out of your way for free rice and cash and Christmas only to discover it's some sick, twisted joke. Because these people are sick and twisted, that's why. Because they are sick and they are twisted. They probably still listen to Twisted Sister. Bad one. Okay. They're sick and twisted. Drew will get it. It's a matter of time. You just got to trust me on this. You just got to trust me. I do, things work in mysterious ways. And he's doing all his best to try to contact agencies, get other people involved. Let me tell you at the point where immigration is with all this shit. They're so tired of receiving all this crap. They're sick and tired of hearing Barry's name. They're sick of all the different reports that maybe people have sent in. In other words, I'm trying to say, they're hip to the jive. They know what's going on. And they're not going to be entertaining a lot of these reports because they know what's going on. They know what's going on YouTube. And they've had a barrage of complaints on other people from other sources. They're dealing with all these Chinese pogo workers. They're overwhelmed with this shit, and they're tired of hearing all this low-grade, crappy stuff about fucking YouTube. What kind of bird do I have? I don't have a bird. You hear a bird from outside. I'm standing outside now. There's all different kinds of birds here. Yeah, I'm outside. Having a smoke, in fact. What do you think of that, Barry? How about that, Jay? Yeah. So lots happening in his cell. But that's a good one there. You telling me that they put somebody inside his cell and they're limiting his time? Things seem to be getting from bad to worse for this guy. Damn! See what happens, Barry? You see what happens? When you don't want to cooperate with this, get. How do you like me so far? No, I don't advocate smoking at all. Let me tell you, I wish the day I'd ever picked up a cigarette in my life. Believe me when I tell you that. Yeah, George Bush drank scotch and smoked cigars well into his 90s. Well, he had the genetics. Oh, look at my uncle. Oh, he didn't smoke, but the fact that he reached over 100 years old. As I said, there's a guy, I got to track him down. I could find him, though. He's over 100 years old. He's living right here as a foreigner. I think his name is Pete. He's living here, right here in Santa Fe, and I seen him. I didn't know his history. Truck driver told me about it. So yeah, I gotta research this guy. He might be a wealth of information. I'd love to hear his story. I imagine his family's dead, everything else. He's probably got a caretaker as a Filipino. He has to at 100 years old. Nah, this guy runs. He's a runner. Now, in my understanding, he still runs, or he did run all his life. Jesus Christ. Talk about tenacity or whatever. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Jay deleted his channel after he knocked me left and right, and I came up with some information that embarrassed his ass, and he deleted his channel. It came back, but no videos on it. His last one was threatening to put a... For what? For saying that he looks Aborigine? That's a damn right opinion. That's an opinion. To say that he's a heavy drinker, that he chain smokes, where am I lying? Where am I lying? Yeah. Go get in line, take a ticket, Jay. Take a ticket. Case for what? For telling the truth? He does look Aborigine to me. I'm not knocking the Aborigine. I'm just saying he looks Aborigine in blood. Maybe not the color of his skin. And what I said on that show, I said, well, what's wrong with that if you are? Aborigines are the native people of his country in Australia. They are revered in that country as being native people. Maybe not all the population reveres them. Some people are terrible. They look at them as being savages, but they are the indigenous people of Australia. That's what they are. He needs to rename his channel to Jay, the Not So Real Deal. There you go. Yeah, I know. He's, I think, shorter than Barry. Well, at least that's what I heard. I can't prove that. There ain't no exercise that's going to help him out. Look, man, I did even more reading recently about alcohol consumption, even compared to cigarette. He's got two bad things going for him already. Like I said, the same thing with Ricky. Ricky's like a little child, and even though he shows on me, if I kind of paint a truthful picture about him, the fact is, he's gotten so bad for Ricky, he can't even find a rent-a-date. What is that saying? What is that saying? That come on, Ginger baby, come on. He can't even get a rent-a-date. In or out, what do you guys want to do? All right, stay out then. All right. He can't even find a rent-a-date. Imagine going through those later years in your life and you have no permanent companion, and he sits in his room just looking at YouTube videos. I look at him, but you see, I've got a mate. I got a family here. I consider family, blood or not. Okay, I'm grounded. Ricky doesn't have all those qualifications. And my understanding is that his little thing's going to be running out, that little advance he got on his, I don't know, his military thing or something is coming to a conclusion. So his so-called $8,000 or $9,000 a month ain't going to be realistic. And I actually find it hard to believe he does make that much money in combination. But even if he did, what kind of life is he really having when you think about it? So in other words, what I'm trying to say is money apparently is not everything. Because you could have all the money in the world, still be the loneliest motherfucker on the planet, and money don't mean anything. Kevin's taking that bad route too, though. It's a shame that he is. I don't hate Kevin, I think he's pretty messed up, but I don't hate the guy. He's all over the planet. He don't know what he's doing. Steve Montelli, Jay, Ricky, and Steve Montelli, they're all chasing their tails. They don't know what they're doing from one day to the other. Yeah, I heard he went to jail or something in Australia for something. Brisket says, are all your enemies on short? Oh, why are all your enemies on short? It's like a strange Philippines version of the Seven Dwarves. You couldn't come to think about it. They're all short. Well, except for Ricky. Ricky's not short. Ricky's a pretty good height. But, the last time I seen him was bad enough, but I've been looking at him on his videos when they're on, and his face just got like twice the size or something, man. I mean, holy fucking shit. And he's sitting down there putting down highly caloric beer, alcohol, and eating the best five-star foods. Well, those five-star foods that he calls them, it's going to kill him yet. Look what happened to Fazio. He didn't take care of himself. He died. What is a best example is Michael Fazio. The best example. And the other example was, I hate to say it, but it was the one that they were hoping had the toe tag on him. Had a heart attack Mike, they call him. Mike was in part responsible for his own death because he was eating hamburgers all the time. My understanding, he was not eating healthy. Remember what they say, you are what you eat? Well, there's a lot of truth in that. Oh, you saw my comment on Ricky's diet? Good observation. Yeah, I'll put in a comment here and there. Why not? No, Ricky is pure entertainment to me. I mean, I met the guy in person several times, Ricky's just out for himself. And you just have to trust me when I tell you he's not living the five-star lifestyle. Because I'll say it again. If he had all that money coming in per month, he would be living in a stylish apartment. What is he worried about? Why is he worried about his money so much? Why would he live in a dumpy apartment complex? Do you realize that apartment complex? I know exactly where it is. Do you know that dumpy apartment complex he's living in? It's a dump. It's a dive. It's kind of a low-income housing complex. Multiple buildings, actually. With his cheesy little LED lights on the wall, and, he boasts about his couple of $1,000 bed. The guy's so fucked up, he needs a CPAP to sleep. You imagine being a chick spending the night with him? I know what a CPAP sounds like, because for a while my brother was using it or trying to. It's a noisy motherfucker. It's blown, has a motor, and it's blowing this fucking air down your throat forcibly. It's something that not everybody, I tried it once just to see what it would experience like, and I said, fuck, I can't do this. It's like a windstorm being blown down your fucking throat. He has to use that every night. He has to take blood pressure medicine, diabetes medicine. God knows what else medicine this guy is on. And he's drinking alcohol, lots of it. Eating the high caloric, high cholesterol foods. What do you think is going to happen in that combination? Take a wild guess. You don't need to be a doctor to figure that out. Brisket says he is living a 5 defibrillator zap lifestyle. Good one, man. Sometimes you guys come out with some really good ones. 32 and strong, baby. Are we just laying it all out today, or what? Come on, a little more than 7 thumbs up. Come on, guys. I'm not asking for money or nothing like that. God forbid. God forbid. Not the Fed says, Frank, the last years of his life, his 5-star life is better than stuck in an old folks' home in the States. Oh, Ricky, yeah. Well, he could be at that point. He could be at that point. Do you guys think I'm kidding about this? I'm just knocking Ricky? No, I'm not. I'm not knocking him at all. I'm just telling you what I see. I am well read on these topic matters. Believe me, I am. Over 45 years reading this kind of shit, learning about it, to understand my own body, nevertheless anybody else's body. I'm no expert in human anatomy at all, but I know enough about it that what organ functions, what it does, and what certain things you do to your body can do to all these organs. I'm well enough to know that. I did study biology. I had an anatomy class, biology, anatomy. I did have that. That was at the Shoreline College, Shoreline. And I learned a lot, especially about eyes. I even did a project about the human eye and how it functions and in every function of the eye, how it creates color when there's none, and how it inverts objects. And what most people don't know is that if it wasn't for your brain inverting your eyesight, you'd see everything upside down. And you'd also see everything in black and white. But your brain takes over. You got rods and cones, they're called. Rods and cones. Not Rod Stewart and the cone heads, but rods and cones that control what you see and how you see it. Well, you know, it's all coming to fruition, guys. It's all going to come to fruition. No matter what happens to me, anybody, everything's going to come to fruition. One of the most second vile people that I can't stand his guts is Brevis. He serves no fucking purpose on this earth at all, except to be an irritant on society, no matter where he lives. Got in trouble in California, and he had to speed out over here. And I have a pretty good idea what the trouble was and why there was court hearings and why he had to get TRO orders out on somebody else so he didn't get killed. I think I know the story behind that, but for legal purposes, I'm not going to go into a tirade and talk about this on here, but I have a pretty good idea what went on. And I can understand why he fled to the Philippines. Just to cause more trouble in this country. It never stops. It's like a vicious cycle, a vicious circle. It never stops. It's like no matter where you go, there you are. Couldn't have said it better. No matter where you go, there you are. You're going to carry your idiosyncrasies. You're going to carry your problems. You're going to carry your psychology. Whether in this state or that state, this country or that country, you're going to carry it with you. And then nothing ever changes. Nothing ever changes. And that's their life. That's their life. Sounds sad, doesn't it? It is sad. Look, I know what my age is, man. I'm very aware of it. And certainly because of that, I do think about all these things, of happiness and what future I have left, how many years. It's pretty natural to think about that. I've been having no problems. That don't mean anything. You could be healthy one day and dead the other. That's just the way it is. By your own errors, by other human error, by murder, by sickness, disease, by accidents. Like that show, 1001 Ways to Die. That show was kind of interesting. They were talking about, some of the stuff was actually funny. I hate to say it. On people have done really stupid things that caused their own death. When I say stupid, I mean like bummer stupid. That's how stupid. You can't get any stupider than that. Like the guys I mentioned, man, they were a couple of potheads, they're out in the countryside. They still had plenty of fucking rolling paper, but they ran out of weed, so they went over, and they were so fucking stoned. They went over and they found a plant that looked dry, and they broke it up and rolled it up in their paper, and they smoked it. All right, what was the problem with that? Besides being a stupid thing to do, it turned out to be, what was it? It was poison ivy or it was poison sumac. It was one of them. And their respiratory system immediately shut down and they died. There was several guys. All of them lay dead. That's called Barry stupid, okay? That's Barry stupid. True story, too. But it was an interesting show. It shows the stupid things people do that are trying to show off, trying to do some kind of acrobatic thing that doesn't turn in their favor, or they didn't have safety measures. People with skateboards, what they did. People in cars, what they did. Half of the people that die in car accidents in America are people that are texting while they're driving. And most of them are women. Yeah. 27 strong still, 9 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, folks. Barry, I know you're listening. I'm going to tell you one thing. I will handle whatever comes up. Trust me. Whatever adversity comes my way, I handle it, and I will handle it. Like I said earlier, there's nothing I can't handle. As they say, put a handle on it. Well, I got a handle on it. Trust me on that. But because he claimed that he pleaded guilty, he thinks that I'm not going to be able to testify. Well, I just talked to one of the lawyers today. I'm going to tell you what we talked about, but he did remind me that there is a hearing in March, except he's got to get the date from the main lawyer. There's 2 lawyers, the partner in his business, who's not my main lawyer. Alan's my main lawyer. The other guy is his partner, who I've been actually talking to more to him than my regular main lawyer. He reminded me there's a. I said, I know. I said, well, come up with a date on that. Let me know what the date is. He said, it's your turn to testify. And I told him a few things in preparation, what we need. I said, do what you have to do. I said, file a motion, get some other evidence in on there. We're running out of time. Tell me what it costs, I'll pay it. Let's do it. Let's get her done. Let's get her done, as the country folks say. Let's get her done. And I want to get her done, believe me. Done and done. I'm going to get her done. How's that for country talk? Hillbilly talk. What was that comedian's name? Always doing everything about. You know you're a redneck when... Yeah. I used to enjoy that. But that was his whole shtick, though. I don't know what he graduated to from there, though. Is he still around? Still alive? Is he still doing stand-up comedy? But that got kind of played out about the hillbilly shit or redneck shit. Why would anybody be proud to be a redneck anyway? What goddamn reason would you be proud to be a fucking redneck? I have no clue. I have no clue. It's just like saying I'm being proud to be a hillbilly and look like a billy goat, like a billy goat. Brisket says, Bummer's been cooked so low and slow these 22 months, he must feel like a brisket. Pee! Scared of a little fire, eh, Scarecrow? Oh, he's scared of fire, all right. Liar, liar, ass on fire. Yeah, he's been cooked so low and slow, must feel like a brisket. Yep. All right, you guys have been a swell audience, but don't get too swollen. Uncle Frank is here to handle things. I'm going to do the damnedest I can. That's all I can tell my avid viewers. Pro or con, to me, I do my best, and I will present the rest in court. I don't think he's going to show up. But now he claims he has another lawyer. Well, it would have to be a court-appointed lawyer. Because I don't see where he's getting the money for anything. As far as that cooked meal he was showing off on his thumbnail, it's either his girlfriend put that together. And I don't understand why she doesn't do more of that, though. He said that he's craving a good salad. And I came on my show and I mentioned that. I said, she's so supportive of him, enough to try to ruin somebody's life, why does she not prepare him a nice salad? He said, the one thing I miss, I don't get no good, healthy food in here. I gotta lose weight. I'm getting bigger than a fucking zip code. But how come his girlfriend don't bring him a salad? She gets some lettuce and throw things together, put croutons in there. She doesn't have to buy a pack of croutons. Just make some bread, toast, cut it up in, small squares. Put some carrot strips in there and cucumbers and dressing. And voila, you got a You know, if you got any extra chicken, you put it in there, make a Caesar salad. Why does she do that for him? The one that's so, fanatically in love with this winner. Why? He said he can't get it from places like, but he misses a salad. Why? Why? And I'm sounding like Simon. Why can't his girlfriend make him a salad? I'm still referring. I got a Jim Carrey. I got to put that on there in a remix or something. I don't know. Jim Carrey and another actor or whatever. Comedian. They did a little thing on the streets, and Jim Carrey's pretending to be Jerry Seinfeld, and this guy's pretending to be George. And always a good George. Had his shape, the eyeglasses, everything about him, his mannerism, his talk, everything was down, man. Everything was down. Why do these people shake hands in that way? I want to know. What are they doing with their hands? He's referring to these two black dudes that live in the hood, and they're doing all this shit with their hands, like they're kind of greeting with the handshakes and all that. And Jerry was making, well, supposedly Jerry, was making a big thing. It was funny then shit, man. Bummer's idea of a fruit salad is probably a bowl of Fruit Loops. I'm having a fun show today. Joseph comes in on this. I noticed Barry's upcoming video for his wedding has disappeared from his channel. Oh, he took it off now, huh? Oh, the wedding is off. Like we ever really. When did you ever think that we believed you? When, Barry, did we ever believe you'd be able to ever get married? What do you think of that, George? I never thought so either. Hey, Elaine, what did you think about that one? Oh, Seinfeld. Come on back, Seinfeld. I don't care how old you guys are now and how rich you are. Come on back. Please, another Seinfeld show. Excellent. That Jim Carrey, man. Who he can't imitate so well, but he does everybody well. But he really does a good Seinfeld. I'm going to find that clip and do maybe like a remix thing on it or something, and I'm going to put it on here. And you're going to laugh your ass off. They're supposed to be in the hood. Of course, Jerry's dressed up properly, and so is George. They're not really Jerry and George. And they're just standing there like they're observing. And they don't care what they say or what the consequences are. At the end, they got dragged off and beat up. You just got to see this one. You have to see. And I will make a point. To put this on. Okay, Brisket says the canceled wedding must really take its toll on Shaw with her serious PTSD. Oh yeah, with that serious Shaw, that PTSD of yours, man. It must be really rough on you, girl. I really feel for you. Yeah, at least you said on your complaint you ain't got no goddamn PTSD unless your boyfriend gave it to you, girl. You go, girl. Unless your boyfriend gave it to you, why accept the stress then? Why accept the stress? I'm going to do this more often. I got to do this more often. Why do you accept the stress? Why? Oh, too fun today. Oh my God. Why? Oh, shit. Who says I can't have fun in my own show, man? If I would have come on this fucking fucked up format, why the fuck not? I'm at 2% power anyway. To cancel the wedding must really take a toll on Shaw. Yeah, you got PTSD. Yeah, like I got, man boobs like Bummer. Yeah, which I don't. But I do gotta go because I'm down to 2%. Hey, listen, man, it's been groovy. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. We'll talk to you at another time. If you know what I mean. Barry, in the meanwhile, Barry, what's up? How is the new hood for 22 months? Hey, don't quit your day job. Hey, I do my best on it. I do my best on it. I'd love to be able to do a perfect Seinfeld, but I can't. You know, Jim Carrey could pull that shit off, but I can't pull that shit off. But I'm just having fun with it. Oh God, Joseph, what a question. Does she have PTSD or have an STD? Oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't say that. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Man. Oh, javelin. Oh, that's crude, man. I don't know. I couldn't answer that question for you. I can't answer that. I guess you're going to have to ask her or ask Barry. And if she did have one, who gave it to her? Take a wild guess. God knows what he has. Oh, Jesus Christ. Barely showers. I didn't want to think about it. Why would any woman want to have sexual relationships with him? Why? I don't know. With that being said, love you all, as Barry said. Love you all. He don't love anybody. He don't even love himself. But I love you. About 3 years. I love you. Truly, I do. But why? Oh, forget it. Let me see. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I don't go anywhere yet. Let me find something on here, man. Let me find something. Let me just find something. Don't go anywhere yet. Why? Oh, no, I'd have to update this shit. Do I have it on here, though? No, I don't. On my other phone, I thought I had that little skit on there. Yeah, 3 years, but 2 of them has been locked up. Ha ha, Brisket says. You have a point. You have a point. Okay. I thought I'd be able to find it here. Oh, gosh. What's this? Let's play something out of heck. I don't even know what it is. Let's play this. You have a point. Hold on. Come on now. Oh. Come on. What is this? What is this? I'm just randomly picking a video here. Just, let's see what the hell it is. Just randomly. Oh!
My man tonight. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Oh, remember this?
Thank you. My heart broke. Thanks. No idea. That prosecutor, I'll bring him 50,000 pesos. I guarantee he'll get thrown out. Show dedicated to the Valentine pedophile, Frank Battaglia. Dedicated to the Hawaiian pedophile, Frank Battaglia. I think that says it all.
Good one.
Bravo, thank you, man. We're celebrating tonight. We're drinking some Jim Beam. We're going to celebrate. We're going to sit here and drink. We're going to all enjoy ourselves tonight. Oh, you a pedophile? Oh, did I hurt your feelings?
Admits he called me a pedophile.
Hey, look, man, you want to do this? He just went out and done it, thought I was going to be okay with it. Now, I don't have the money for this shit. He's going to cost me fucking money that I don't have and get me trapped in the fucking Philippines. I'm not doing that. So, he said he spent 200,000 pesos on a lawyer, but I don't believe him because there's no receipts. There's no proof of anything. I know Ricky's helped out, and I appreciate him helping out. He gave me 15,000 pesos of the 200,000 peso donations that he got to begin with. And I don't know what he spent that on. I think most of it went on his girlfriend's iPhone. But that's just my opinion. Don't tell nobody that shit. That's what I think. But I and the other, you know what I mean, spending here, spending there. He should have took that money and bribed somebody and got me out of here.
You know what he said? She took that money and bribed somebody and got him out of there. Man, oh, I got the goods on this guy. Oh, Joseph says it's official. The wedding has been called off. Barry has canceled his Friday night ass crack washing. Whoo! Oh, what crime did I commit? This was a good one. Is this one ready to play? What crime did I... No, this ain't it. Go back. Can I go back? Oh, well. I had an old tape there. It was called, What Crime Did I Commit? Tell me. I want to know the truth. Tell me, what crime did I commit? Dude, if you haven't figured it out by now, then you have no clue at all in life or otherwise. You have no fucking clue whether there's ever really going to be a wedding. There might still be. Remember, when his lips are moving, guys, you just never know. There might be a wedding. He's trying to play with people's heads. Maybe he's going to have a real wedding. What the fuck do you know? What the fuck do I know? I doubt it. With all the trouble he has started, I can't see how, but one never knows. Does one?
He wants to harass my family members. Have you gone and asked him about that? How wrong that is?
Oh, so he's saying that Barry harassed his family, Popeye. What about all the goddamn people you've been harassing, Popeye? Boy, when it hits at home, Popeye gets fucking all disturbed. What do you say about that, Robert? He might have a Bollywood wedding with his Indian cellmate. Oh, now look, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Shh. This is going to be interesting. Does he got a real cellmate there now? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's going to get really interesting. I wish I was a fly on the wall or a camera. That's going to get really interesting. His hellhole is going to turn out even to a bigger hellhole because somebody's going to get enough of his shit. Somebody's going to get enough of that boy's shit. They're going to tear his ass apart. They're going to tear his ass apart. Damn. Trouble just comes his way, man. He just creates it, though. Barry, let me talk to you. Come on, son. Son I never wanted, never want to have. What do you think this is all getting you? Because, look, let me tell you something. Even if your girlfriend succeeded in her quest, okay? Let's just say that. Where do you think the rest of this is going? For you, it might be the song, the bells are ringing for me and my gal. The birds are singing for me and my gal, but they're not going to be. The bells are not going to be ringing. The birds are not going to be singing, brother. Because you and your friend, your wonderful, beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, gorgeous girlfriend could wind up in dire straits. Good possibility. Good possibility. Detention center version of The Odd Couple. Yeah. And Bummer is a special case study of how many times you have to lose before you realize you're a loser. Well, he can be pretty dense by his own demonstration, but I've never seen anybody that dense that just doesn't get a grip other than his hand on his cock, that doesn't get a grip on the situation, what's actually happening to him. And I understand about wishful thinking and all that stuff, but reality is reality. He's living in a delusional world in his mind. Remember, there's nobody home. Look at his eyes. There's nobody's home. Said it himself. He's in a shit situation. He knows it. That's why I don't get bothered. I don't get bothered anymore by all the crap he calls me on, comes on his show. He's wasting his oxygen. We're at a point in time that it just don't matter what he says to me. I got all the evidence I need and more. In fact, I've got too much evidence, if that's even possible. Too much evidence. Brishka says, Frank, I would like to give you special recognition of saying his girlfriend is beautiful without bursting out laughing afterwards. I wouldn't be able to do that. Oh, she is beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. Yeah, take me to court on that. She's a beautiful woman. The most gorgeous woman I've ever seen. Damn. I'm telling you, she's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So sue me for that. Don't make me start laughing. Okay.
I don't know how to play this one. Your phone.
Huh? We'll get around to that. Okay. Little flight plans here, my friends. Little flight plans. Oh, so, Barry is supposed to be a competent, what was that word? A competent, professional vlogger, according to, I don't know who. Barry has a note on his show on a post or something there. It's Travel America at Kiwi in the Philippines. And there's like, I don't know, like 4 freaking paragraphs of shit in there. That I'm bribing officials. That's how they say it. That's what they're saying. No, I've never bribed anybody. I'm not that stupid. But he sure made a lot of bribe things with CW with the 50K. Remember that one on camera? And the one on the phone, he said, well, I'm mad at Ricky and Brevis because they should have done something with that donation money to go bribe an official. I guess Kiwi in the Philippines, whoever it was, forgot about that one. How soon they forget. How soon they forget. I never saw that coming. Competent professional vlogger. You mean like when he says, oh well, and things like that. Oh yeah, that's professional as they come. Can't get more professional than that. You just can't. You can't. No. That was everybody. I had my meal, got the carburetor in. Yes, sirree, Barbaroni. Kind of getting things done. New carburetor in the generator. Valentine's Day. How could you forget your girl's birthday? How could you forget Valentine's Day? Hey, I'm taking my lady out for a buffet dinner at a resort on the beach. That's where we're going. And of course, one of the kids' birthday will make it a double occasion. Birthday and Valentine's Day. There you go. Yeah, and anyway, that's the other one. Thank you, Clint. I'm getting old, you know. I forget these things all the time. Got Frankenstein's disease, okay? My brother's name was Al. We used to joke around. I said, man, you're being forgetful, Al. You got Alzheimer's disease going on there. Of course, we were joking around. He didn't have Alzheimer's, but you know, we joked around too, you know. Okay. Where was I? Got people over here. We don't have no friends here. Nah, we don't have people coming over this house. No, we don't have anybody coming over here. No, we don't have. No, nothing like that. Nothing. You're all right, and I'm wrong about everything. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Oh, such haters out there. They just want to see the world come pressing down on me. I think if they worried more about their lives, they wouldn't be so concerned about mine. That's what I say. Good evening, Mr. Michael Sevilla. Good evening to you, sir, and to Clint Ensign. Anyway, you gotta love it or not, you know. If you can't have fun, what the hell, man? Shit. Now, I've been a busy little beaver. Yes, I have. Yes, I have today. Taking care of business. Got a flight coming up here pretty soon. Well, soon enough. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What's that here? I got that arrow in the way. It all comes out in the wash, Frank. It certainly does, Michael. It does. Now there's like cryptic messages coming out of Barry's show. Apparently he got some restrictions on him or something. But he always manages to sneak one in there and then takes it off. I take mine off because, you know, it's not going anywhere. You know, Popeye will simulcast it or it'll be on the copycat channel. What do I need to keep, you know, I'm not looking for monetization. I mean, what do I care? What do I care? I don't. I don't care. The ink spots. If I didn't care. That's going back, brothers. The ink spots. That's when you know you're getting old. If you remember the ink spots. The ink spots. Damn. Oh, God, and Ricky. Oh, is he talking about me a lot lately? He loves a challenge. He can't find a Valentine's date. He can't even find a rented date for Valentine's. He's going to have to pull somebody off the street. Please, just for the camera. Just to show I have a date for Valentine's Day. What? Did you see the size of his fucking nostrils, man? Man, you have to be a spelunker. It's like a fucking caverns, man. You have to be a spelunker to get into that fucker and bring a flashlight and everything, you know? I mean, the size of his schnozola, man. Jesus Christ. And he always talks with his head back, and it emphasizes his pig nose. He's got some big fucking nostrils in there, man. I guess he dyed his toupee. Oh, what a walking embarrassment that guy is. He can't even find a rented date. How sad is that? How sad is that? Barry in not preparation for his girl's birthday, 41st birthday. What is he going to do for Valentine's Day for her? He's broke. So he says. So he says he's broke. He ain't broke. He just wants people to cater to him. Use their money, not his, because he's got big plans. He's got big plans. When he gets back to America, he's going to buy that Dodge Raptor and put a trailer on it with a barbecue pit, and he's going to confer with John Blaze on getting the proper smoker, the Grand Poobah to put on the, which just might, the pickup truck. Yeah, try to get some kind of a quality Grand Poobah barbecue on there. Put a little canopy on there, perhaps. Enough room for a bed for him and his, I don't know, blow-up doll, whatever. Why he's such in a good mood for? Well, I'm telling you, I have no reason not to be. I take things as they come, man. I'm not going to stress out over some shit. I told you I deal with things when they come about. Well, I do. I'm still supposed to put that freaking thing on, that little comedy skit with Jim Carrey playing Seinfeld. Clint Aston says it's like an involuntary head movement. It's very strange. Expat forever! Oh, what? Oh, trying to conduct business on here at the same time. Do. Paris in the springtime. I hear it's so divine. I have no reason to ever want to go to Paris. Who wants to see the Eiffel Tower? You can buy the little trinkets anywhere. You know, they got to go over these. Do you know that the bridges, like a little bit of trivia or information, do you know the Golden Gate Bridge? Do you know they got workers on there all year long? All year long. Because they got to repaint the bridge all the time because of the salt water. It keeps them busy 12 months a year. Because by the time they finish painting the bridge, guess what? Job security. They go back to the beginning where they started again and they start repainting. But wait a minute. How many layers can you have on there? What a job. Because you're going to have to wind up chipping off the old paint, right? You can't have 1,000 layers of paint on there. So that's good employment right there. Good employment. Nah, the fuck am I going to do in Paris with all those, I don't know, French poodles? Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Comment c'est quoi? No, I'd go to Italy well before I'd ever go to Gay Paris, as they call it. Master of Puppets is back. Maybe Bummer can visit Paris, Tennessee when he gets back in 2037. Well, you never know. That could happen. Oh, gosh. That could happen. What do you think, George? I don't know, Jerry. That probably could happen. Maybe he'll go to Paris. It ain't going to be to Paris, the one we're thinking about, though. You're right, George. What do you think of that? Well, Jerry, I don't know. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's going to be in jail. Well, I think so too. Oh, that's Popeyes. Every time Popeye says this, he goes, oh. It's like he's trying to push one out, you know. Oh. You ever notice the end of Popeye's sentence all the time? Oh. We're on a roll today, let me tell you, we're on a roll. You got a lot on your plate, my friend. Nah, that's just appetite. It's for my appetite. According to how you look at it, I think Barry has a lot on his plate. A lot of people got crow on their plate for 10 years. Boy, it's pissing them off. Pissing them off. Well, I think they're pissed off. What do you think, George? Yeah, I think they're pissed off too. Anyway, enough of that. I can't help it. If I don't entertain myself, who is? I mean, come on. The Gay Paris. Remember when the word gay used to mean happy? Now, if you tell somebody you're gay, they're going to look at you funny and say, "Oh, since when did you turn?" How words have a different meaning in time. For example, what's the newest ones the past 2 decades? Oh, that's sick. Now, if anybody said something was sick, it means there's something wrong with it, or ill. But sick turned out to be like, oh, that's like cool, man. And what is the other one? How many lawsuits? What's all these lawsuits you're talking about? What lawsuits? I got Barry. Oh, the other guy? From Bago? He's over in America somewhere. I still went to it. I went last week to Bago, actually. Of course, he wasn't there. Or fat. That's fat, man. That's fat. I don't know where this shit comes from. It starts with one person somewhere. I mean, it has to start somewhere, right? Somebody had to come up with it. Expat Forever's being kind of a chump. He's being kind of a chump. Yeah. All these lawsuits. Where's all these lawsuits? You mean the one against Barry? And the one against that guy from Facebook? What's all these lawsuits? Yeah, I know, Jerry. I only hear about 2 of them. What do you think of that? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. And that's belly laughing. That's for real laughing right there, man. What? What do you say to that? These guys are funny sometimes. Hey, look at Ricky on there. Oh, my God. Then the guy's warning me. Oh, you shouldn't be messing with previous. Oh, you mean Drew Arthur Norty? It's on Barry's Travel America. And he's got a statement that says Travel America at Kiwi in the Philippines. And I don't know who's addressing this to. I kind of wish I had it in front of me to read it because it's fucking funny. It was more, threatening than anything else. Of course. Barry don't learn. He'd think Barry would learn by now. What did he just do recently? Well, I guess he doesn't understand. Hey, you're right, Jerry. I don't think he gets it at all. I mean, he just got over fucking planning murders on me and inciting others to kill me because he's upset that he's incarcerated. He's upset that he's incarcerated. Yeah, I could see that, Jerry. No, I haven't taken any meds. I'm just in a funny mood, that's all. Meds. What do you think, you get high on that shit? You don't get high on that shit. Nah, it's for sleep. 1/4 milligram, give me a break. You know what people are on? Seriously. Well, it's Gilda.
Yes.
How are you, Gilda?
I'm fine.
Yeah, talking to my audience. That's what I say. Hell, you drink to sleep. I think you told me that, not the Fed. Yeah, I believe you're the one that told me that. You take drinks to sleep. Nah, come on. All you need is a little bit of wine, get a good back rub or something, you'll go to sleep. It's your trip. That's okay. Everybody has their thing to do. What I say is whatever works for you, man. You got angina with your heart, you take some angina medicine. Whatever. You got high blood pressure, you take high blood pressure. You got diabetes, you take diabetes medicine. Whatever works for you.
US na lang.
Okay, what do you want to do, a Gcash?
US Gcash because I cannot.
Well, when I'm off my show, then I'll ask for it. How's that?
Yeah, because I can't.
Send Gcash, okay.
Because this one.
Not the Fed says, hello, Gilda.
Hello.
There you go.
How's your Night, day.
I don't know where it is. I don't even know where he's living. I have no idea. Where are you living, not the Fed?
I love to
I am
listen
still
to
fascinated by the dynamics of this drama. Hey, so am I. Oh, you do live in the Philippines, Central Luzon. Are you a white boy or you a local man, Filipino or what? Over 12 years here. Okay. American. Ah, there you go. And how old are you, not the Fed, if you don't mind me asking? How old are you? 56. Oh, you're a youngster, man. And you're surviving, and your wife is 46. But there you go. There's a guy. This is a guy that knows what he's doing. 10-year difference. Been married 189 years, so yeah, seems that way, right? Wow. Well, that's, you got a good age, there's a good age gap on there. It's not like a guy's 80 years old, he's with an 18-year-old like they do on here all the time. It's absolutely embarrassing. You see these guys walking in the streets, it's amazing. Big hairy chest, big fucking belly, he needs its own zip code, and they're pushing a baby carriage. I mean, I've never seen anything like that in my life until I came to the Philippines. You certainly never seen that in America. Never. Out here, it's like nobody even bats an eye anymore. I mean, it gets to that point. Oh, they may talk to local. Ah, look at that American. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that foreigner guy. That woman could be his great granddaughter, and they got a baby. Yeah, like the baby's going to be able to grow up and play with his father. It's never going to happen. So what's right for the bye-bye? You have nobody has any clue about these new expats. They're all so fucked up. They all ran away from something rather than towards something. Isn't that the way it's supposed to work, You're running, you have a goal. You have a goal, and you run toward that goal like a goalpost. You don't run away like Drew Nordy does. No, 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 no. Drew Nordy had all kinds of problems in California. All kinds of problems. They all did. Fazio ran away from all the creditors over in America. Everybody had a reason. Barry ran away from both, child support payments and people that wanted to kick his ass and family that wanted to beat the shit out of him. And, his whole world was turned around. So he ran away. He ran away like a gazelle. Yeah, I'm like that too, man. People say, "Oh, you don't have many friends out here." Well, I don't hang around. The closest expat is one of my neighbors. He's an Australian guy. I gave him we got some fresh. I say we got fresh. I say we got fresh baked bread today. 4 loaves. That was real bread. Freshly baked. Still a little bit warm out of the oven. We got that today. I gave one of the loaves to my neighbor. You could entertain yourself easy. Eyes without a face. The human race. Eyes without a face. Someone's asking me, where's your face? It's still in my head last time I checked. Where's my face? Not the Fed Frank. Do you trust the local water biz? No, I don't. I don't want to show my face. Crunch. It's a radio show. You don't show your face on radio. I have a face for radio. I have a face for radio. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't try. I haven't got sick on it yet. We buy those, 5-gallon things to get them delivered. You see, the people who I know little about that business. There was a product that I was, when I was in Seattle, I was thinking about. It's called Multi-Pure Company, and you put on your faucet in the sink, whatever, and it had the charcoal filters in there, all that shit, get rid of cryptosporidium, all kinds of shit. See, not what's questionable is how often to these outlets that you get your water from. How often it looks very impressive, their system. They got all the tanks. They got the charcoal filtering and all that stuff. But the question is, how often do they change their filters? Because the filters can get expensive. I had in Hawaii for my had a catchment tank for our water. What was it? 20,000 gallon tank, whatever. And I had some filters inside the house in the closet. Put it appropriate place. And I think the first one was 20 microns, and the second stage was 10 microns. The 20 microns would capture the bigger particulates, and the 10 micron would capture the leftover smaller. And I had to change that every month. Yeah, because water, the air, everything else, shit gets in. There's also from a volcano. There's volcanic material in the air, and these things would turn black. And I have one that's charcoal, and the one I put in there is actually charcoal filtered. So, but the distributors that give you water here, no, it's true. I mean, you can't trust it because you see, people are trying to save pesos, and you don't know what you're getting. You really don't know. You don't. It's the same thing like people that are selling food. Everything is cooked in oil out here on these calendarias and all that. They could have had the same oil for 6 months. So it's having to do with expenditures. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Profit is about 2K for what? So I put in a water biz. Turned out it makes decent money. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. I'd like something like that. Profit is about 2,000. 2,000 US a month. That's not bad, man. That's not bad at all. You sell purified ice too. Fantastic. We're talking about the Philippines, Mr. Crunch. We're in the Philippines here. Even though we're English speaking, we're not Filipinos. But don't let that chase you away. Subscribe and thrive. Yeah, I don't trust. There's your answer for that. I don't know. I know how the economy is out here, and I know what they do to save money. Oil, vegetable oil, the worst in the world, ever, ever. And it's reused for months and months and months and months till it becomes cancerous and toxic. Most people don't know that or understand it. Yeah, I am from the United States. Yes, I am. Brisket's back. I don't buy filtered water off anyone with a smile like Bummer. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know what you're saying. Jerry, I understand. Yeah. This is like I'd never join a club that would have me as a member, Same thing. Yeah, water is life. I don't know. Sometimes I just buy some bottled stuff just to take out, like I'll buy Pocari Sweat or something like that. By the way, they do have the other water, that has no sugar in a Gatorade. If you look around, they have a no sugar Gatorade, which is good too. But the Pocari Sweat is pretty good to replace all that shit you're sweating out, all the minerals and yeah. I troll, but you do make sense a lot. Well, I try to. I think I see it that way. Not everybody believes I do, but they know I do. They know I do. You've been good on my show. That's all I know. You're welcome here anytime I put a show on. You've been no problem with me at all. But I'm watching for you, though. I'm watching for you on the other channels. I'm watching. I'm right behind you. You turn around, I'm there. Yeah. My name is Frank, or Franco, or Francis, or Francesca, Francisque, or just Frank? Okay. Anything you want to use. See, I got my crest up on there, the family crest. The
Yeah,
family.
how much that one?
What's that?
The amount?
For what?
Take it.
It should be 888.
88.
Should be.
Okay.
They didn't change it. Last time I checked, it was 888. I'm not in Thailand. I'm in Philippines. Oh, Aloe was showing my crest. What else was he showing? Yeah, read about the history of that last name. It's actually pretty interesting. It really is. I mean, I'm serious. It's actually pretty interesting. My last name indeed means a battle, a war, a warrior. For real. How befitting is that? How befitting is that? Discord. Everything goes on. I don't go on Discord. I just get people sending me shit. Oh, they said on Discord and whatever. Some people look at me as a hero, and some people are, the other way around. I'm not a hero, man. I'm just a regular guy. Not to be confused with the Regular Guy YouTube channel. I'm just a regular guy. Just a poor schmuck just trying to get by in life. That's all. Living in the Philippines. That's all. Nothing more or less than that. Nothing more or less than that. The crest. Brisket. I just looked up the Jordan family. Did you really? Shocked it isn't a bottle of moonshine, cigarettes, and bad teeth. What was it? Not the feds that I heard that Gilda's kids help you get on Discord? They don't help me get on anything here. I'm not on Discord at all. Zero. I have no interest. Discord's been out for how many years? I've never been on Discord. I just hear that that's another kind of a meeting place for YouTubers.
It's done.
Oh, of course, it's gossip. Everything is gossip on here. No, I honestly do not go on. I do not go on that format. YouTube is enough for me. Still got that bite there. Does it last that long?
Yeah.
Wow,
I
man.
still have mine.
Master of puppets. What is it? A bag of shabu, 3 mighty whites, and a pint of Jim Beam? I think I know the answer. Good question. Master of puppets. I can't get over. See that schnoz of Ricky, man? Jesus Christ. He always tilts his head back when he talks. I don't understand that. And when he does, the only thing that draws there's 2 things that draw your attention. And believe it or not, it's not just only his teeth. The first thing you see is how big his fucking nostrils are. And how big his nose is to accommodate those big nostrils. Then you look down to the space in his teeth. And man, if he started smoking again or something, that'd be a good place to be a cigarette holder. It'll fit right in between those teeth. But what confuses me, living the 5-star lifestyle, but he can't afford to get his teeth fixed. What's with that? I don't know, Jerry. What's with that? It's a knight above a lion with decorative swirls. Swirls. What kind of